always forget that's how we ended that because I never wrote an extra and outro.
Outro to that.
All right. Welcome to Sunday Night hanging right here on, Sunday. Name, title, things. We're celebrating 6,000 subscribers. What? I know. So we got a cavalcade of people coming in. Someone doesn't know how to check their links and stuff, apparently, as well. So we'll see as more people will come in. And I want to welcome on the panel. We got Brother Trev, who's my engineer. And then we got Brother Charles, who's another engineer. He hosts the Buffalo Society things. Basically, he opened up the lodge. He owns the lodge. He owns the virtual lodge. We got Ken, who apparently, if you have more than one guest on at once, Ken's one of them. It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
And then we got Puppy Badass himself. It's Brother Ed. For those that are uninitiated, he's Charles. This is his big brother. To all of us, a big brother. Welcome, Ed. First time on the channel. He says, "Hey, what am I on?" By the way, Charles, look at this frosty goodness.
There you go, cold and frosty.
Right. That's where we wait till. That's why we did the long intro, so a fella could run upstairs and.
Started 2 minutes early too, boy. I had to run over from one studio to the next.
I'll do that. I'll start early and put the long intro on, though. I'm just saying. So it's a good one. We got a bunch of people in the chat already. They're filing in. We got 32 thus far. As soon as this gets poured, I'm going to just start going through. I want to shout out Jim, JP Page 2, did a pre-show donation to the virtual tip jar. Nice. There. Which, what are we tipping for? Post-holiday groceries and strings. They got a sale on guitar strings, and a fellow would like to get them. Use the virtual tip jar, because that can be used like freaking tomorrow, basically.
Well, you'll find something in your tip jar for me already for that. So
I see that. I was going to get to that, brother. There it is. Super duper sticker from Brother Ed. Right there. I know. First in the chat, we got way back at 11:03 a.m. Well, it's Earl. Ask him what we're drinking. I think we have established that. E&W on the root beer.
Coffee.
Got a Guinness?
Nice. Ken's like, no fucking comment. We got Tara Tanberg. Wish I could stay up till 2 a.m.
There he is.
All night. Yeah, he got himself a job. Then we got Martin.
Hey there, Martin.
One country away. This was before your show this morning. All right, so easy there, Charles. Well, sorry, right after the show, 2:06 p.m. Eastern. So there we go. Then we got Big Wave Dave. I'm doing this kind of wave this time.
Hello there, Dave.
Eston Ray is here. We got Paul McNary, as also known as Dark Paul these days. Goes along with Dark Rob. There's Uncle Will. What's up, Will? Great to see you. There's Jim. We got Crystal Life Sylvie says, congrats on 6K. I got a case of hot, cold sweats and dry heaving. Not sure if I'll make the show. There's a fix for that. Start wearing a condom. Trust just not even going there. Sir William of the Bologna the Third. Sir William of the Bologna. Wow, I added the. All right. There's Lee.
There he is.
Who else we got? We got Steve Reeser.
Dave.
Rezer.
According to him.
There's the Grand Poobah. Ferd.
Hi, Bird.
He's the Grand Poobah because he bought one of the fucking hats. He showed up the water buffalo meal with a water buffalo hat.
That's right.
There's the guy, the legend himself, Tony Yeager 72. Nice to see you made a live hang here.
I know.
Right, does some quality videos and stuff. Check out his channel.
Yeah, I've been enjoying that channel.
Right? There's Terry's 333 Gs. Great to see Terry. Start calling him Dr. Fabric too. Now he's in all the tie-dye. Just saying.
Oh, that's
he creates the tie-dye thing, sends it off to Charles to get put on guitars. I see. It's a whole manufacturing process.
I wouldn't doubt that, Ben.
There's Matt. Great to see Matt in here.
Cheers, Pastor Matt.
Some guy named Charles 75N. Never heard of him.
Fine.
No.
Actually, thanks, Charles, for having me on earlier today on your show.
No, thank you for being on. It was a ball.
It was. We went 2 hours.
Yeah.
Charles doesn't usually do 2 hours. Blue Mox. Actually, it took 2 hours just for him to get a word in.
That was a great show.
It was. And there's Murray Christmas, Murray.
Merry Christmas.
There's Dave. Excuse me. Thank you, Dave. Well, there's Trev. Also, like right there. And then there's our Kelowna brother, Wayne.
Hey there, Wayne.
Good to
John
see you.
Landino. Great to see John in here. The voice of Cornhole, the host of the Friday Night Hangout. No, wait. That's the host of the Friday Night Hangout. In a album cover official. I got him so good, Charles. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Friday night. What he doesn't know is we were hanging like this off air, as Charles knows. And so we brought up Doug's live stream, and I sent him a bad album cover. And then and then he wouldn't check his phone because he's distracted because he's got light that's distracting him, because that's all it takes to distract my cousin. So then I jumped in Donnie's chat on the face. I'm like, tell Doug to check his phone. And he did. Oh, did he ever. And you will see that album tomorrow night. It'll be the first album of the bad album covers.
After everything I've heard about it, I am looking forward to it.
Mike?
It's a good one.
I understand it is going to make
Great
me
one, too, is in
more
the
than
house.
face palm. Is that correct?
I think you're going to laugh. I think that's one of the ones you're going to laugh at. And there will be an oh my involved because the track listings are listed on the front of the album. So,
Yes.
always bonus. There's Dennis Ellis. You can tell by the way that he types in the font he uses. Actually, it's not true.
Love that guy.
It's the same one. There's Brother Milt. Milt T. Jeff K in the house.
Right on.
It's a segment where we do first names with last initials. You know
Well,
how that works, right? 75N?
Yeah, and this morning, you were looking at his avatar and had some comments about that.
I did too. Yeah. Well, yeah, I can't see it. For some reason, it's not as big here. For some reason, I don't know what that doesn't make. Oh, because I got the green room. Right, everything's when you're the guest. That's why I never noticed. All right, they're all saying hey to each other. All right. There's Hip.
There he is.
And there.
What are the odds?
Right. There's Dark Rob.
Cheers, Rob. Shalom.
True. It's got some girth. All right. Anybody want to attempt the Polish?
Nope.
Sure. Nope.
Got Bo.
Merry Christmas to you, Bo.
Merry Christmas, Bo.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Bo.
Yeah, we're actually 17 past.
Cheers, G's.
It's one of the people that doesn't know how to check messages on Messenger, Charles. Just saying. Maybe we'll have to teach him that, as well as how to use more than one humbucker at once. I don't know. Might be. Oh, wait. He might be on an undercover sting operation. Oh, I'm not supposed to say
Could be. It's a definite possibility.
Down at the corner of.
Incoming, not a cop as a screen. There's Cool Tunes Made Easy, another channel everyone should check out because he does cool tunes.
And it makes them easy.
Here, it's just like class. He woke up in a cold sweat, thought he was in school all over again. Her present, because he hears roll call. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan's here. He's the chief bottle washer over at the OU812 network.
Cheers, Ryan.
Yeah, cheers, Ryan. Merry Christmas, Ryan.
What are we gonna do? Have you come on chat with Charles to talk about how you tune a radio?
Give us all those ice grooming.
How did you start your guitar journey? Well, I started watching Ben play. And the year was, look at me.
I was riding the thing that's not a Zamboni.
This is kind of the Christmas hang as well, Will. There's Brian. He survived the show with Charles and I this morning.
Yeah, poor guy.
Hey, Brian, Merry Christmas to you.
Good day.
Eston Ray in the house. If I missed you already, I didn't know. There's John. John usually tunes in more to Charles these days, but I get it.
Oh yeah.
I get it. Oh, there's Greasy Monkey Guitars.
Hello there.
Cheers, Greasy.
Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, we're wearing the Christmas sweater. Here's on the other side. Or as Doug said, you're wearing a sweater over a sweater, so I do this to my cousin. He's just jealous because he doesn't have any chest hair.
He doesn't have the sweater.
And if he does, it's a little snowdrift or something because he turned completely gray by the age of 22. So I don't know. There's Dan of New Jersey.
Hey, Dan.
Cheers, dude.
I was going to go, there's Dan of New Jersey, but I realized I just shouted out Dan of New Jersey. Bad boys, what you gonna do? I still think the heat is on because it's whiter.
It's good.
Hey, no problem, Eston. Double hello. Will says he became gray when he turned 2200. And I believe him. Oyster Bay, Charles, he's from.
Oh?
You know who else is from Oyster Bay? Billy fucking Joel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he lives there too. Yeah, he's always tooling around on his motorcycles and cars and such.
How dare he?
I know. I know. So we're here to have some fun, talk some guitars, talk YouTube, talk. Otherwise, it's a very boring, silent thing. It's like, is this muted? I think it's muted. Or it will just be to our impersonation of Pete Thorne, who apparently tripped
I was
over.
going to say, did you catch that?
You know, Ben.
Oh, we might have a
This is
video
my
from
show.
your cat or something like that, Ben. You never
I
know.
didn't catch it, Trev. However, I laid down for a nap and my phone blew up with Tom texting and then calling me and then Ken texting me saying, "You still watching?" And I'm already texting Pete. All right, I'm on it. Yeah, the museum is 3 blocks away. Yeah, Billy has a museum car and bike museum like right on Moon Drags. It's really nice. Like, looks like an old storefront type thing with the it's like the garage door with all the white, the whole for the panes, and you open it up, oh, fucking museum. So for 30 minutes he was muted. Well, because he's always 30 minutes behind in the chat.
At least 30 minutes. I think it was longer.
Right. So there's
Must be
that
time, must be that time zone lack on him.
You think? Oh, someone did send him the link. Charles. Oh, Trev. All right.
Wasn't me?
So you can troll me.
Thank you, Blue Box just gifted 5 memberships.
Right on.
Oh, right on, Blue.
All right.
Awesome.
You're a good
I
lad.
open up the YouTube for it to catch up, so then I'll be able to tell you who got them. Because StreamYard doesn't tell me. Time Surfing Alien. Cool. Jazz Dragon. Gunnerman 54. Bry McFly 4444. And Polly Walnuts. Cool.
Oh, right on.
Brian McFly.
I wonder if he's related to Marty McFly.
Hey, William.
What's up,
Well,
last man?
So Ben, you were saying there earlier about the someone in the condom or whatever. If you had your mom, he would already be fully stocked.
Need to go there.
A trip to Charlotte.
Yeah. The first Charlotte trip I went as a single man,
What?
Charles.
Who brought these?
Well, make sure you pack a couple dozen condoms. I'm like, have you seen the infield of a NASCAR race? It's more or less a sausage fest, and that the women that are there, yeah, I don't think so.
Here, some of them in.
Oh, boy.
I know. Who let him on? Right? Are you distracted by the light? Blinded by the
No,
light?
I've got it. Well, actually, it's a little brighter.
Okay, that's all it takes.
Well, God was shining a light on you earlier on Chuck's show.
Oh, boy.
I'm still waiting for the light. I mean, sorry, the invite that Chuck showed.
What are you gonna do? Talk about tuning a radio?
You know,
Like it. You know. Well, it doesn't infer music in the title. It's just chatting with Charles.
Yeah.
But he's got his first question is, how do you start your guitar journey? He says, I didn't. I'm still in park. I haven't taken it out of gear yet.
What?
Actually, I did watch a YouTube show that could play 100 songs in 4 chords. I just learned those 4 chords.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I was showing last night or the night before, I can't remember. John Mellencamp's Jack and Diane and Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train are the same song, same chords, just different rhythm.
There are a lot of songs like that. It's the same 3 chords in the same order, and just no matter what your strumming pattern is.
Well, yeah. Well, that one
Sure, that's a fact. I'm pretty sure that's a fact right there.
That one comedy group, I think for laughs or one of the things, did like a whole montage.
NASCAR race. They run.
Oh yeah. Itchy neck. Forgot sweaters and forgot to shave. Lots of sad progressions. I know, Don. I know. I thought it was funny though. Like you're live the other day, I opened up FaceSpace and it was Donnie's feed that came up and not yours.
I noticed that. Yeah. Thanks for the view there.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mr.
We were all watching as a group. We were screen sharing, Doug.
Well, yeah, I know. You tell me that all the time. I know that you're doing that.
Yeah, that's why if you see Trev in the chat, there's more than one watching.
I know. That's why I laughed that Mr. YouTube came up on Facebook.
Right? Because I was on full screen, it's easier just to open up Facebook on my phone.
So, Ben, if we were on my channel, we'd be asking a question or two.
All right, hang on.
So, for those of us that hadn't been part of the whole journey.
Hey, Doug, you got a lot of friends that are cops.
Yeah?
Doesn't Chris look like a cop?
No.
Did we talk about that already a couple years ago?
No.
He still looks like a cop.
Well, yeah.
Happy 6K, Ben.
Thank you,
I
my
thought
friend.
he's still undercover.
I did get the message. Of course I did, but I have to pick my spots.
Yes.
Everybody is sick of seeing me, and I'm on a plane in less than 10 hours. So,
Hey, Joe McGraw, Mark Tabb, Eddie
just
Fay.
want to jump in real quick and congratulate you on just grinding and just killing it. And congratulations on 6K.
I do appreciate that, my friend. All kidding aside, Chris is one of my favorite best buds in the world, and he's been around for a minute. He's seen it happen. He knows the work involved. He's heard the rants.
Yeah.
So, I do appreciate that, my friend.
I think we had a similar hang about 3,000 subscribers ago. That's very similar. Yeah. Thank you, Keith. Rick. Not
There he is.
kidding.
Surfing Daily on.
He got called back to the home office.
Chris, you handling Chris Kringle's security for this season?
Fuck no. I don't handle security for anyone.
It's all
Oh,
undercover.
shit.
He doesn't tell anyone about it.
No, I let people riot. Are you kidding?
There is that. There is that.
Job sustainability.
There's that. Yeah, you're more than welcome for the membership. Time Surfing Daily on. Blue Mox was nice to gift a bunch out there, and you snagged one, which is awesome.
I still didn't get
Trev did not go out for guitar strings today. He barely made it out of bed. He was watching us from bed this morning. I guarantee it. He was telling us not to yell. I'm like, you can turn down the volume.
We kept turning the show down, and it just
It's just on whisper level.
It was the people typing in all caps that I was mentioning that to.
Right. Doug still has no memberships.
No.
But he has a members only jacket.
You like that?
that's all that's important.
There. Member milestone message. And then Matt just gifted 5 memberships. He's just rubbing it in now. We just gave away 10 memberships, Doug. Glass Garden, Jay Paul, Gary Hubbs, Dale, And little V sinks
Fill my coffee.
brackets Xbox 360.
Fill my coffee.
Sweet.
I don't know who some of those people are, but you're more than welcome. Lurkers or new people. I don't know what's going on there, but do appreciate that.
I'll take a 50.
Just on it. Just like all the Hall of Fame stuff, I'm not.
Hey, who's the actual troll here? I'm wondering. Jeez, you don't get trolled like this by Seth Charles on Sundays.
No, well, I don't know. Sometimes.
Could be
Although
Donnie.
an action figure you sent me, Doug, does look a lot like Seth Charles's.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I'm waiting for. Come on, Seth, please show up. Please show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jay.
So, are you gonna
think-
tell that that Christmas thing I sent you there today, Ben? Because it's kind of a little bit to do with music.
What, the video you sent me?
Yeah.
There was no sound.
I had to screenshot it because you can't see Facebook
There's
videos I
no.
send you like that.
Well, I can see them. I choose not to watch them because I don't watch reels. Same thing I messaged Tom about.
It's already hot.
And then you sent me a video with no audio. So all I see is
Doesn't have
Ken Schrader.
audio?
No.
I thought there was audio.
Oh, thank
No,
you,
it's-
Charles, for the virtual tip jar. Appreciate
Oh.
that.
I totally thought it had audio.
Ben is waiting for the Kim Kardashian action figure. I think she's already an action figure. She gets a lot of action, and there's a lot of plastic involved. So,
Yeah.
oh, that's almost a face palm.
Oh, that's a close.
That was close.
Close.
Yeah. Yeah, no thanks. No, she's been around and around and around. Kind of like the Coke 600, 400 laps.
Well, that sounds like Chuck when he goes around the table for fabric, around.
Oh! Didn't see
I
that
know.
bus coming, did you, Charles?
Behind my own
Wow.
damn- I'm just saying.
I never expected Eddie to say that Charles is somewhat like Kim Kardashian. That's a whole new level.
I was not
Ouch.
expecting that comparison at all.
Ouch.
Who had that on their bingo card? Charles and Kim.
Nobody.
Excuse me, that's my brother, so I get to pick on him any way I want.
Yeah, I was good today. I didn't pick on him much, but then Charles will get me back too. And Charles, because he's smart that way, he waits till he's on the show and I'm just stuck in the chat, and then he gets to hold court and he'll steal all my best lines and.
Well, there's not that many.
Well, you throw him under the bus a lot of times, Ben,
I do.
but he winds up getting on top and driving you over with it
Yeah,
too.
but also I'll say subscribe to Charles so we build up his channel. By the way, folks in the chat, 43 people right now. Wow, not many people. A lot of people don't care that we're hitting 6,000, Charles. Well, what I was going to say is if you haven't already, please subscribe to Charles, his channel, because he's one away from 500 subscribers. And let's get him to, like my favorite style of blue jean, 501.
There you go. Well, thank you, sir.
Padding up the stats.
I'm unsubscribed.
What are we
now.
trying to get you to, Doug? What are you at, 300, 400?
No.
See, he doesn't know. He gave up.
No, he doesn't. With that
He's
look,
like, subscriber count is just a number.
He gave you that look like you're testing me. I don't.
It's a negative number, Charles. It's a negative
Yep.
number.
Gotcha.
I'm 588.
588.
Yes.
Wow. Maybe if you put out more content, you can monetize. Because you just need the watch hours.
Okay, I'm gonna. Let me look at something.
Truck Wars, the fabric wraps back. I kind of like that.
All right, Coombs. I think you got to tell the story now.
What?
The story of how your YouTube journey began.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Well, all right. It was January of 2018,
In the year of our Lord. Okay. Yeah. Go continue.
which
Don't
is
get me
me.
started.
Started my own cult. So, sure. So what happened was, I'd been involved with the YouTube community for at least 6 months, maybe up to a year, hanging out in chats, not putting out any content myself, but a pretty regular in, let's say, a dozen or so channels. And most of them.
I love Michael Krause.
Yes. I was fresh-faced. I didn't have much in the way of gray. No, but what happened was, so I'd been, and I thought this was cool, and this live stream idea was cool and stuff, and I was flirting with the idea. And at that time, you needed to have 25 subscribers to go live on the YouTube platform. So I managed to snag 25 subscribers. I put out a Facebook post, and there was 25 people that took pity. And our friend Colonel Mully over in Japan actually gave me a shout out, which gave me a few. His brother John Shane. And so what happened was I was working at the vape shop, and on my way, I was heading out to Richie's place to hang out. Happened to be on a Thursday night. Okay, a dark night in the YouTube world. So, or at least in my community at the time. So it said, "Hey, stop at Arden's Music. My Electro Harmonics Hot Wax pedal came in. Oh, cool. I'm like, hey, we should go live from your place, and we'll do an unboxing." Ooh, okay, sure. So I think we called it, Ben Coombs is live with Q&A. Well, yeah. See, because I bought the pedal or picked up the pedal, took it to his house. That's how it ended up being in his tape at the first episode.
I was just trying to move the story along a little bit. I was kind of starting to drag.
That's your job usually. He's like, hey, Doug, this is Doug's biggest hand signal towards me. Just keep it moving, keep it moving. And so
I'm usually kind of like,
we started doing a little Q&A, Charles, and it was time to do the unboxing. So he gets up and walks off camera to grab the pedal that was sitting on his bar, and then proceeds to unbox it off camera.
Perfect.
No, I'm like, dude, you got to unbox it on camera. That's the whole point of the unboxing video. He's like, oh, right. So he puts it back in the box and then unboxes it again on camera. And then we tried it out live on air, and the pedal broke instantly. So then we stopped. Hey, Scott Brockway, thank you very much. And so within a week, because being best friends, we talked daily, and it turned out from with guest Richard Shanahan to co-host Richard Shanahan, we wrote a theme song. And then, for about a year plus 15 months, we did the show together, which was Thursday nights at 8 p.m. And then in the spring of 2019, due to scheduling for our band, we had to switch rehearsals to Thursday nights. So I switched the show to Monday nights, and the band broke up a week later. Never actually did a Thursday rehearsal. Broke up like that weekend. Oh.
That sucks.
Yes, Will. So that's what happened there, and that became Canucks with Guitars. He came up with the name, the logo with the guitars with the toques on the headstock. Started doing a theme song, which we finished writing before the show, basically laying down solos and stuff. Which I don't think I have a copy of anymore. That song,
Very cool.
didn't you guys try and model it after the weightlifting?
And those were really fun live streams and watching you and Richie in the basement there.
They were interesting. And and a handful of you are still here to this day. Like I say, like Bo was there basically from the start because he, I think, subscribed me before I even. No, I don't have the theme song anymore in my email. Otherwise, I'd play it. So a lot of chat people are not in the chat anymore. I have a very transient crowd. But again, people fall out of playing guitar. They give out, or maybe they get married. Lifestyle choices, whatever. It's absolute mayhem. He was there from the start, basically, because he was a regular at the vape shop. That's how me and I met. And he's like, "You play guitar? I like guitar."
That's good.
And he says it seems like he's been lurking longer than 6 years. I will say hi to Richie for you the next time I see him. Which may be over the holidays. Who knows?
I'm gonna say the last time you seen him was probably when I seen him last, wasn't it?
No.
Oh no, you've seen him since. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I was over at his place for dinner a couple months ago.
I seen you a couple months ago.
We usually talk every week or two, though. But so because he messaged me last weekend about doing a change to his rig because he's not gigging anymore. He's like, I don't really need all these pedals. I'm like, all right, if you want to compromise your tone. He's like, oh, you're throwing that at me? I'm like, I am. Because if one of my friends that for years waved the pedal in the real amp flag and he's thinking about going digital, I'm burning you to death, Charles.
Well, here's the real question, though. Is there something on Richie's board that you're dying to have?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Although I haven't, I played through his board a handful of times. He's got some way huge stuff, which is nice, but it's not my thing. Hey, Jean, there's Eddie Van Haskell. There's someone that from the basement days as well, because he would always request Richie play "Lady of Spain" on the accordion, which is more of a bow thing. We find out now.
Yeah, you find that on a lot of album covers too lately.
Well, that started. You know how that started, Ed? I used to send bad album covers to your brother while he was at work because I knew one day a week, he actually had to go into the office. Yeah. So I'd wait till I'd look at my, he'd be right in the middle of a meeting right about now. Let's send him a bad album cover because you tell me he always has his phone handy because his wife or his kid needs to get a hold of him. I'm like, you shouldn't have told me that. I have your phone number. So I'd send him bad album covers while he was at work. And he stopped. I'm in a meeting. I'm like, oh, now you just told me to send more.
And he did.
And they did. And then it got to the point where, like, you know what? We should do this as a segment. Oh, yeah, because I couldn't see the reaction from Charles. So then we'd be hanging out like this off air, and I'd just be holding up my phone like this. And I'm like, wait, that's what Charles. No, that's disgusting. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I started doing them on my own on Mondays, and then Charles was like, why don't I come on so you get the live reaction? I'm like, perfect. Because I knew a few times Charles was just dying in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Because he'd just be typing like, I just can't even.
And now the chat is much better than we are.
Oh, they've really taken over. And that's where we like our friends like Dark Rob.
Yeah.
Because someone mighty dark, you're like, ooh, I can't say that on YouTube, but I can read it and giggle. The candy you couldn't stop eating. Or do folks remember the night Rich ate, what was it, some bad tacos? He made tacos before the show and they did not sit right. And Rich went to lay down, and next thing you know, I'm hearing snoring off camera. And so what do, Ed? I turned up the volume on the mic all the way and didn't say anything, so the crowd could all hear Rich snoring. And then,
because that's what a friend does,
right?
Well, I think I got you laughing a little today, Ben, when I wrote down Charles tells you to use the force. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jay. Appreciate it.
By the way, Chuck, you had about 47 people on this morning that I looked at one time.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we have a pretty good.
Yeah, 49 right now. Just noticed. Yeah, and then we talk about it because it's all part of the YouTube journey. And then of course, before I even started doing YouTube, one of the reasons, like say Charles, if you can do it, I can do it. I always say, when you're like, well, I saw Johnny Bean do it. I went. And at that time, Johnny and Dave Nesdall, Dave was the co-host, and they were live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mm-hmm. So I said, hey, why don't I do it on Thursday? And because a lot of the crowd, it was like, Bo and Bruce and R2 and others. Terry came along a couple months in, and Will was there, and Eddie Van Haskell. That's why we started doing our own thing. And then Dave was one of my first guests because he was home during the day, and we did a daytime hang like on a Monday afternoon. Talking gear with Dave Nesdahl, and that almost broke the other channel because he's usually doing his thing, talking about tucking in chickens and this and that, and all of a sudden Dave just lost his luck. He goes, I talked more about gear in half an hour on Ben's channel the other day than I do an entire week doing 3 shows here. I'm like, damn. Show. And Dave and I became, good friends. And then eventually Dave left that channel and started his own show. And he asked me, will you moderate for me? I'm like, yeah, done. Guarantee I was going to tune in anyways. I'm going to be there. And that time you needed moderators more. There was a lot of trolls. There was a lot of spam. Remember the dancing girls that would show up all of a sudden? Live, blah, blah, blah. Because all you had to do was type in certain keywords in a chat, and all the bots would come. So you needed moderators for stuff like that. And then I became the substitute co-host when his co-host couldn't make it, Ty Price. And then Ty ended up leaving the show. Well, there was a brief time, the 3 of us, and then Ty ended up leaving the show. And then we created a new show, which the 2 of us. And he's like, well, be partners down the middle. I'm like, nope. I'm like, it's your show. It's your channel. Everything's you. I don't want any. I said, all I want out of this is if I meet a guest and we get along, maybe I can get his contact info to have him on my channel.
Yeah.
That was it. Thank you, Donnie. And who won that? Andy Carson won it.
Right on. One of our favorite firefighters.
Yeah. So and I missed the hell out of Dave Nesdahl. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, we all do.
That guy. Oh my god, that guy. I would love to have seen his Rolodex. Like jealousy fact for a guy that's more or less housebound. He very rarely, he'd go out to do stuff, but he was home all the time. He had mobility issues.
Yeah.
But he'd send you the link, Charles, say half an hour before the show or more, okay? But it'd be open tab the whole time. He'd leave the tab open. So I'd jump in, I'm sitting in the green room, and anybody that sat in the green room, stream room, I'm watching him watching a video, or quite often I'm seeing him on the phone, right? And I'm like, hey, and he'll be on the phone talking, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, talk soon, bud. We'll talk when you get off the road. And he'll get off the road. He goes, oh, yeah, I was just talking with Brad Gillis. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Dave Nesdahl? How do you know Brad Gillis? Oh, I got his number, and because once you met Dave once, you were a friend of Dave's. That's how Dave was. He was infectious that way. And like Brother Mike / Lance, same deal. Like, he was a great soul. So as such, he'd have someone on, and I, fortunate enough to say, I've done the same thing. I've had a guest on. By the end of that hour and a half show, you become friends. I can say that with a lot of the people on this panel, not this guy.
I was going to say, not at all. Okay.
No. If anything, I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll just stick to weddings and funerals. No, I kid. But a lot of people, you know them casually in the chat. You know how it is, Charles. You'll do a show with them, but by the end of that show, you have much more of a connection.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if it's someone you haven't, say, talked to in a Buffalo meeting or anything like that. I'm just trying to think someone off the top of my head, like Tony Yeager you had on recently.
Right. A lot of fun. I remember when I had been talking to William in the chat forever, and then it was like a game changer when I had him on chatting with Charles. And we had done other things before that,
Mm-hmm. Yes, our good friend China Mike. Should we touch on China Mike? Yes.
You have to.
Broadcasting from the basement. Okay. I see this name in the chat. China Guitar Skeptic. What the fuck's China Guitar Skeptic? And look, this guy's got like 25,000 subs at the time, Doug. I'm like, what the fuck's he doing watching me? So I was like, okay, cool. So let's check out this channel, and it was all about Chibsons and buyer beware on this and that, like the good, the bad, whatever. He built a whole channel about Chibsons and Chibson related stuff. Like fake PRSs, fenders, whatever. Oh, and speaking of another legend, here's Pops. We later shortened his name to CGS because he got away just doing the Chinese guitars. But he had this online name of Mike, and the only reason was that is Charles. The first time he went out to, let's say, like when I went to Cosmo for the first time, similar situation. The guy went, "Hey, Mike, I love your YouTube videos." And he went, "Well, okay, my name's Mike." That way, it protects his family, his kids, because he had a separate life and
Smart.
Not like the idiot that uses his actual name. But whatever. And as such, China Mike, he really dug what I was doing. I dug what he was doing. I had him on early day. He's, "Oh yeah, let's do a show together." Okay, and at that time I was doing daytime shows for the European market, as they say. So, I do the Sunday night show, and then I do like a Wednesday afternoon show, we'll say, or something. 3 p.m. So it was 8 p.m. in the UK. Whether it's, I think Lucas and Martin chose that time slot, Charles. Just saying, it works. So,
sure.
And as such, I had a lot of European guests on early on the channel. And China Mike and I became, very good friends. And I still remember he went to GitCon, and he's like, I get a message, "Just so you know, brother." He had that beautiful. He talked like Ricky Gervais. just so you know, and you could hear his voice here. It would start, "Just so you know, brother. Had lunch with a bunch of big YouTubers today, and I dropped your name extensively." I'm like, "Oh, wow, oh, awesome! Who did you have breakfast with?" "Steve from Boston, Tone King, Shane from In the Blues." I'm like, the 3 YouTubers I already know. Who had already been gracious enough to come on the channel, and
right.
But then he tells me, because they would all ride in this van bus thing, 11-seater, like shuttle from the hotel to the deal, and it's kind of early in the morning. It's one of those 8:30, a little hard to get to. But one YouTuber, Trev, was given a rental car to be there. And who was that YouTuber, Trev?
Mike.
Rick Beato.
Yeah.
So China Mike would go on and on about this little Canadian YouTuber with his 400 subs. And, "You should check him out, Rick." So Rick had been aware of me since day one.
Don't call me sir.
Don't call me sir.
Mike had one hell of a sense of humor.
He did. Talk about dark. He could go dark. Because it would be like
one.
Like Charles, you remind me of Mike in many ways. Like that goodness. You have a very good heart, and it's shows. But like you can go dark once in a while, and when you go dark, you're like, "Whoa!" It's like hearing your grandmother swear. It's like, "Oh, I did not see that coming." And Mike, he could go real dark.
Mike could. He had a hell of a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Dave had a hell of a sense of humor too, but it was a little bit different bent on it, a little more dry than. And
I was lucky
China
that Mike was able to make it over from England for a NAMM show in 2020, and so that was the last NAMM show I attended. And one of the reasons I went was to go meet Mike and hang out and stuff, which was great. We got liquored up at that infamous Gibson party. He was part of it, and then we went over to the Hilton and kind of shut that place down. And then, so I mentioned Larry Mitchell, because what do you do when you're a YouTuber at NAMM? When you're leaving the hotel all pissed off, "Let's go live! Let's fucking go live!" And we're sitting at the first traffic light, and there's Larry Mitchell walking across the crosswalk. And I put down, "Hey, folks!" It's like I don't know who was in the chat, probably Chris and Bo or something. Like, "Look, it's Larry Mitchell." He's like, "Hey, Ben, hey, YouTube."
It's the fucking Larry Mitchell.
The fucking Larry Mitchell.
Why? Because he's a monster player, and he's a hell of a nice guy.
He is one of the nicest guys.
He is a hell of a nice guy.
Alumni of the channel as well. I'm not going to say he's going live in about 15 minutes, usually on Sundays.
He usually does.
Here, stay here. He does Sundays and Tuesdays. And his friend Dennis DeGaudio. Yeah. which is former roommate who got kicked out when Desiree moved in, his girlfriend to become wife, and Dennis. Dennis played with Billy Joel on occasion, which Dave knew a lot of Billy's original band. Richie Canada, that's his name. I was bugging me. I was trying to think the other day. Saxophone player. All those sax solos on all the early Billy Joel stuff. Richie played, and he was a friend. And it was
still rock and roll. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. They were trying to get, and then they did. I forget what they called it. The Legends of 54th Street, which is basically the old Billy Joel band with a Billy Joel impersonator fronting them. And Dennis played in that band along with, like I say, the original guys, as well as he did a bunch of Broadway stuff, and he's been touring all around with his latest band, which I can't remember what they're called. Great guy as well. And Dave had great taste in guitars, that was for sure.
Yes, he
did.
Oh, he certainly did.
He would go through guitars as quickly as Bo, but constantly flipping and it's the greatest thing in the world. And then a week, octopus ears, Charles. I think that's where he got it from. He learned that from Dave Nesdall.
You think so?
Yeah, except Dave had the wall behind him at all times too, right?
Yes,
which looked amazing.
The wall of Kramers and Les
Paul. 2 rows. 2 rows of guitars.
There was nothing like seeing Dave get a new guitar, right? Because he's like a little kid.
Oh, it's the best. But then he'll point out everything that's wrong. It's like he got it 2 hours earlier and he's already ordered all the correct parts. Like, this should have had mirror top knobs on this Gibson. So I ordered a set of those. Supposed to have the pointers. Got those. Oh, did Charles hit 500?
Oh, apparently we did.
Oh,
thank you, Steve.
And maybe if you put the link to your channel in the chat every so often, Charles.
I guess a fella could do that, huh?
Fella could. I'm just saying, you might as well just take the crowd directly from me instead of just impersonating and hoping to catch up.
Forget watching this, Beth. Go on over.
Half the time you watch Doug, he's wearing a fucking Canucks with a guitar shirt even. Like he's really going for it.
I don't even have one of those.
Yeah, and that's by choice.
Oh, see,
we're hitting 50 watching. Look at that.
See, Ben, he just showed you how to use the force.
He did. I know he did. Yeah, I wasn't planning on promoting him, but he did the Vulcan mind meld. Star Trek. And you want to talk about my channel? I'm like, all right.
Well, I remember the funny thing was
they're not the Gretches you're looking for. What?
I just remember when you asked me to come on the channel for the first time, I was like, why do you want me on the channel? What the hell?
Yep.
And it's funny now that I'm asking people to come on chat with Charles. I get that all the time too. It's like,
yes,
get to
right.
And anybody want me on their channel?
You're basically the farm team. Like, you do a chat with Charles and then you come up to the big primetime show. And that's fine. And I get a kick out of that too, because we have a great community. Because the core from here has moved over there. And it's like, you look at the chat, it's 80% water buffaloes. So it's it's friendly territory. A lot of love. Hell, Charles doesn't even need moderators. Like, what the hell? Oh, there we go. Brody.
Appreciate that, Mark.
Hell of a cornhole player, too.
Yeah.
Doug thinks he should turn pro.
That's what he's finding packages, though.
Need a sponsorship to go pro, though.
Well, he'll get Doug to sponsor him.
Oh, more winging it? Okay.
Too kind
Good
of
luck with that.
Well, I'll be honest with
I
you, Ben,
barely support myself.
since I've gotten into guitars, this is the most me and my brother have collaborated in over the 30 years we've been apart.
It's true. It's true.
See each
There you
other.
go. Eddie's defending you.
It's a good thing.
Charles is too moderate for moderation. Hey, Charles, you hit 500.
Thank you, Marsha Murray. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. I really do.
doing well deserved.
Yes. And speaking of that, I need to run, gentlemen.
Alrighty.
I'm on a plane, like I said, in about 8 hours.
None of your mammoths on?
and I will
see you in a few
be
days.
headed towards Texas. So congratulations on
Don't forget your hat and badge.
500, Charles. Hope to see you soon in the flesh, brother Ben.
Looking forward to it.
Once again, much love. All your hard work and grinding and being such a pillar in this guitar nerd gear community is much respected and much needed. So I think that's why we are just the way that we are. It's because that you bring it to us and you just you keep it pure. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy
travels,
Hanukkah, whatever flavor that you're into, do it up.
Well, make sure Charles makes you steak.
All right, Chris. Good one.
Safe travels, friend.
Safe, Chris.
Well, I just want to follow up on something Chris said though, because there's very few people that are on my channel that didn't come over from Ben's, right? And it's something about this corner of that community that is really everyone pitching in and helping out.
Very community related.
It's a nice, safe place, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of that, I think, comes from the way that you've run your channel to begin with, right? I mean, there's no politics. It's all positive stuff. We're having a good time. We're here to have a good time, and that's what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
Not to play his head even more, so there's room for us on the screen. But even people, that from this side, from this channel here, that came over when I started. We talked about.
Yeah, I was going to say before we launched your channel, Charles, we could launch this guy's.
Yeah, like we launched it. I had like 40 subscribers within the first, couple minutes, basically.
Yeah.
And
How many channels has Ben's channel spawned? Really?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Is that it's when I first went to start, I kind of went to Ben to say, what do I want to do? And I was first going to be like just like a local show, and he was like, go international, go like just full on, right? So.
Yeah. And Ben hasn't been just the idea of go sub him, check his stuff out. It's pretty good. Ben has been there as a mentor as well. Hey, you might want to try doing this. Try doing this. Look at this. I'd do this a little bit different. And
work for me. Like if I see you going down the road, I'm like, hey, I tried that, didn't work.
I was going to
say, you can try it. Didn't work for me. Might work for you, but this is what I found worked better.
Yeah, I've never really got the that's good from you. It's been like, well, that's stupid, but that's just kind of
easy there, Donnie.
A lot of truth in that, though.
Yeah,
that's what the box was for. The first trip to.
But like if Doug started his channel, he wouldn't be such good friends with Donnie.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of his Charles 75.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, and then Doug and I did the NASCAR thing.
Yeah,
I you know what? I kind of miss that.
Well, if you had a consistent work schedule,
what
do I always say, Charles? Consistency, right? You got to be.
You got to know when you're on.
Exactly. And he's like, let's do like fucking midnight this week, and 11 a.m. next week, and then 2 in the afternoon the week after. No, we can't. Different days and time zones and.
Sorry.
I know.
Yeah,
you're in high demand, Doug. You're in high demand.
I tell you, I watched Ben, and then I went over and watched NAS Canucks, and then I started following, Doug's channel, and have had a ball over at Doug's channel. Never thought I would have enjoyed the Cornhole channel that much.
Well, that was the thing.
What kind of channel I'd really enjoy? Like a kayak one.
There we go, Charles.
Hey, Coombs, this is where a friend helps a friend out and mutes his cousin's microphone.
All right.
Yeah, but you don't have a kayak no more, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
But like Bo says, it's really good exercise.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, like, that's good. Charles talking
about back down to you, Chuck.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, Charles said, he goes, "Oh yeah, brother was down cleaning up the garage, got rid of this big kayak, taking up little space." It was only a few weeks later that you're on Guitar Safari, and he's like, "Yeah, the wife saw me. I got to lose weight." I'm like, "Hey, good form of exercise is kayaking." And then Bo jumped right in. Oh, yeah, it's great form of exercise. And Charles was doing that. He's just fucking face palming. And that's where the trolling really started. I was more cheerleader in the chat prior to that. And then we just went, you know what? There we go.
Yeah, well, I like when he says on it, yes, Ben, Ed has the kayak. Ben starts cracking up.
Oh, yeah. That's a trigger word for me. Here's Rock Daddy. Now we can start the show.
There, now we can start.
Speaking of which, it's Jay. I'm sorry. Oh, no.
Jay.
And Ben, that's what I wish like we could do like a thing for both our channels if we ever made a road trip again.
Yep.
I think that would be
Well, that's the thing, Bo, and I'm fully willing. Like, if you've been in my chat like a regular for 6 months, and then you decide to dip your toe in this, and you do, guess what? You've been supporting me. The least I can do is pay it back. That's the way I see it, and why not? You know, and besides, if I'm going to watch it, I want it to be watchable. Charles, if you're being a weirdo and stuff, I'm going to say stop being a weirdo. I want to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, see, for me, all the people that that started up stuff in Cornwall after me that follow my footsteps and don't watch me. So
I like some of his bloopers, though.
Yes, Charles has the best bloopers.
Well, I tell you though, I don't have the patience to do a whole blooper reel at the end of the year like you do. I can't keep them and put them into place. So I decided, let me just put them at the end of the video. It'd be more fun.
Yeah. Now, you could go through and pull them off the ends of videos, remembering which videos have them, which don't, which is a hassle. But for me, it's, most of mine are aborted starts, right? So it just put it aside, and then it just sits on my phone. But the problem is, I start shooting demos around this time of year, and I don't have a lot of room left, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how stupid I've been. Plus my random, oh, look, here's the cat being cat, doing the cat thing, whatever. Maybe, Trev, we'll do a share screen on next week's show, and we'll show one of the older years blooper reels.
Yeah. Like a reaction video kind of thing?
Yep.
Like a reaction video.
One of Chuck's best bloopers is the one where he didn't shut off to do the blooper. It just was on when I was on the unboxing that I sent him a guest. He actually lost words and he's going.
he was at a loss for the look when he looked at that strap body. He was at a loss for words. He's like,
toy. He couldn't say, enjoy your guitar journey. He's just going toy.
It was a dark time.
Eddie asks, so what's the long-term plan? I don't even have a short-term plan. Kidding.
Ben doesn't even have short-term.
Charles will be Thursday. What's your topic for tomorrow's show? Don't know yet. All right. Is there a 7-step plan to dominate guitar YouTube? Don't be like me, because those channels that I don't know. I would say, like, if you're going to do gear demos, focus on lower end gear because more people are buying it. That's for sure. You know, like I do a Murphy Lab demo. Guess what? I loved shooting it, but it's not going to make any money per se because not that many
people that are considering to buying a Murphy Lab.
A pretty good idea. On YouTube. Hey, what's a Murphy Lab like? You know. Well, in every video, it's like, is this the best guitar ever? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Is there a plan for a year-end bad album cover show? No. But next week, maybe we'll do extras. We'll do bonus, extra long. What's up, John?
Hey, John, how you doing here?
Doing well. Yeah, advice. Live stream, like Phil's doing it right. You know, he's dominating the live stream for the Guitar World thing because he's pulling 1,200 plus people on live stream. And I don't mean 1,200 views, Doug. I'm talking 1,200 at once. I'm like, you be more vanilla, and I don't mean that as a derogatory thing, Phil, if you're listening on replay. You're you don't curse as much as I do. You don't celebrate the lifestyle choices on the live stream, which is fine. It's fine. You know,
Watching
Phil Charles, we're clean cut and dapper, and
well, watching Phil's channel is like watching a friend.
Anyway, Billy?
It's like watching a guy you're sitting down having a beer with.
Yeah, I'm like Phil's like lifestyle choices cousin that we don't talk about. I'm the black sheep in the YouTube community.
And then the other attraction to Phil's
It's not
channel
just
is,
YouTube
you know,
community,
he's
but-
bringing in all those guys that are new to the whole thing, right? New to the whole guitar thing, and so they've got those questions that, you know, we've heard asked over and over again.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hey, Dwight Bailey,
the Hitman.
the Hitman.
I would just say, starting off a YouTube channel, you can start off alone at the start, but do like the guest thing or get like a co-host in there at some point because alone sucks.
Yes, Mike. He does because he swears like a sailor off camera. I'll tell you that right now. Well, I can say it because he won't. Let's just say when I met up with him at Summer NAMM, okay, he was in town for meetings, so he happened to go to Summer NAMM because he was there anyways, was what I was told, right? So I walked up to him like, hey, I thought you were here to meet with such and such a company. And he went, oh, no, they think I'm a fucking cunt. And to hear those words come out of Phil McKnight's mouth, I was like, wow.
Not ready for it.
No, I was not. I almost did a facepalm a la Charles. Because I was like, wow.
Hey, Gear Junkie 35.
What's up, Jason? But yeah, Phil's a good guy. You know, I like Phil. And I don't get to tune in live as often as I'd like to, but quite often catch the replay. Here's Corey's Garden.
Right on.
But then, yeah. So and then I tried doing it. You watch initially. I tried not to curse. Doug knows. You know, and part of it too is
I'm the same
YouTube
way.
is more strict too.
Mhm.
I'm the same way on here and away from being on live, right?
Yeah, because it was a lot easier to get demonetized back in the day. Like if you swore at all in the first couple of minutes, forget it. So anytime I had Aaron on, fucking everything was demonetized. You know, and I'd be sipping on one beer over 2 hours kind of thing and not making note of it and being all subtle. And like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to be me. Especially once weed was legal in Canada. So fuck it.
That was a funny thing. When I kind of came on the YouTube scene, it was like everyone knew exactly how long you had to go before you could say, you know, before you could curse or whatever. And not,
Well, yeah, because I go live with Aaron. He was like, what's up, motherfuckers? And I'm like, then there we go. Damn it.
7 minutes, I think, Ryan tells. John, 7 minutes. That's why Ryan usually plays like a 5-minute intro so that by the time we're talking, that time has lapsed and we're clear.
Eddie says, speaking about those lady parts, Ben, how are you / we going to encourage more female participation? We can't be douche canoes.
I think that question was it's not just in the guitar community for this year. I think it's everywhere because even like my choral stuff, try and get a female to come on to talk on camera is almost impossible.
Don't be creepy.
Get down.
If you're not creepy, the ladies will appear.
Glad you picked up some of those things that you
My
picked
bed's
up.
always-
Over the years, we've had a handful of I want to say up to a dozen different ladies have appeared over the years.
Yeah.
In the chat as regulars, but they've all
Didn't have another bed.
either go into lurk mode or ladies. If you're watching, please say hi.
None of those.
I don't know.
I actually had ones I like, but I wasn't getting them.
I do not know.
That was the
Miss
only
Mr.
bed.
Tunes in from time to
Big
time.
bed. My husband went home and said,
Yeah.
"You gotta fucking come
I
on."
heard you.
For ladies lately, anyways. But yeah, in the past, I've had several.
They didn't have any more. That was the last. They were flaming hot.
It
What
is.
do they say about these shows? Yeah.
I always
I don't
loved
know.
flaming hot, which
I don't know, Eddie. You know, I try even keeping that respect. I'm like, well, we need some more broads around here. No, I ain't doing that. You know, like, yeah, you know, but, yeah, I'm also like, it's not a frat party either. You know, like,
True
I'm
that.
not into other channels can do that. That's fine. But I've never been into that. That kind of jock mentality, Charles, for lack of a better term. Like,
Sure.
I'm sure you saw, you see it in the military. Having worked for the military, you'll see that machismo. But it's young people do it. That's why when you go to the bars, it's everyone under the age of 25. They're getting in the fights every night.
Well, I tell you, I love it when Amanda comes on your channel because all she has to say is "ick." It's like, or "you," and everybody starts behaving.
She's definitely made the last couple Buffalo meetings more fun.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
because she goes dark as any of us, if not darker.
Oh yes, very much.
Jesus,
it was nice to meet your sister for a change.
Right? Way back in the beginning, Ben, you played a happy birthday for my daughter. She never forgot.
Oh. I got Quentin to play happy birthday for me, and I'll probably never forget that either. For different reasons.
For sure.
Or the time that he did happy birthday for your sister. I think it was your sister, right? At the time with the wardrobe malfunction.
Drive-by is one of the best events on YouTube.
The wardrobe malfunction was when Dylan from Flipside was on.
Oh, okay.
How's your happy birthday, Charles?
Charles keeps it secret. Like the guy next to you, Ed, motherfucker, was on as a guest last Monday. It was his birthday. Didn't say shit.
Yeah. Well, no, Charles' birthday is May 11th.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Ken. It was Ken's birthday.
I wonder how his playing on happy birthday is.
I can show you the Beatles version. Really easy.
Yes, Quentin F. and James will.
That's one I always play. I don't play Quentin's. Quentin does the traditional one. Slightly out of tune. Not as out of tune as Gord Downey, Doug, but
I was just thinking that.
I knew it.
I'm thinking, well, yeah, because I'm thinking the way, because I've seen Quentin play it, and it's like, yeah, out of tune, words in different spots.
Where were you? You were down on the coast, and they were playing live, and you're there, and he's live texting me, Charles, and he's like,
no,
I don't think his monitors are working. I'm like, yeah, they are. He goes, no, I don't think they are. He's really off key. I'm like, nope, that's how he is live.
Yeah. No,
he's like, no, I've heard the songs on the album.
That's
65
at their festival, and they had like all their bad drinking water.
Yeah. And it was last Monday. Blue Mox, do the math.
Mine was 2 days after yours, Blue.
There we go. Which was a few days after Bose.
But a week after Bose.
Like, if it is somebody's birthday, I'll play happy birthday for them gladly. Because they play the Beatles version. Beatles, I get away to play a lot of Beatles tunes. Beatles are cool shit. They don't care. Well, it's probably because most of them are dead.
At least half of them.
Well, half. Yeah, I guess only half.
Well,
do we say less than half? Because Pete Best is still alive too.
Yeah, I guess yeah. Your birthday show, I'll be out on the coast this year, Ben.
You usually are.
No, I'm not.
Traditionally, you'd be in Charlotte.
Yes.
Or we would.
Yes.
Which was weird because the way it fell, a couple of years, we were down for the 600 weekend. It fell birthday weekend. And then it ended up being on the All-Star weekend. We were down there for that too. So
I think we may be, I think Donnie and I may even be live for your birthday, I think.
Ooh, maybe I'll jump on.
Well, we're doing our hangout show. I can say it here because most people don't watch it over here.
Yeah, we know you're opposite Charles on Friday.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah. Sorry.
What happened to Saturday night hang, Doug?
Because I was busy Saturday night, okay?
There you go. See, Charles, I said on your behalf because, yeah. Hey, thanks, butt cheeks. Appreciate that.
I believe Donnie and I will be doing a live show with a live audience that night.
Jesus, I that is must see because I hope they are mic'd so we can hear the groans.
Well, I tell you, I need to figure out a way.
Because you won't understand half the people because I'll be in Newfoundland.
I need to have Doug's channel open on Friday nights while I'm doing mine and be involved in chat.
Yeah. And by the way, Brendan B. Squared, a.k.a. Butt Cheeks, is one of the co-hosts over on the Fruitcake Tony channel. Jeez, if I can talk. Well, lifestyle choices, yeah. He's over there, co-host. Show me your pick. I said pick. And I was going to say and another show, but I don't think there's another show anymore.
Yeah, the Halenville now is just kind of if something comes up
For special occasions, yeah.
Yeah. Birthdays and funerals. Right. So there is that. I don't know when my birthday is this year. Is it on the weekend?
It's usually the
'Cause I think
day
I kind
every year.
of decided going forward that I'm just going to have a birthday hang on my birthday, regardless of what day of the week it is. It's like, fuck it.
might as well.
Mazel. Big time now, Charles. 6,000 subs.
Yeah, you could pull that kind of thing.
Right. It's a Thursday. Oh shit, Trev. Sorry. Oh, sorry, OU crew. Doing a birthday hang on Thursday.
The cross stream going to happen.
You're welcome to show up.
Yeah, so
Donnie and I, two people peeing, and
Donnie and I will not be live.
That's a different kind of cross stream.
Mine's on a fucking Wednesday. God damn it.
Well,
We can do a Wednesday hang for you, Trev.
I just got to take a whole week off instead of
It's
missing
like,
a long week.
what's the date? Because is it the third Wednesday of the month? Because it'd be a Buffalo meeting for your birthday,
I think it may be 4.
or we postponed a week.
Hey, look, Ben, RJ's here.
Yeah.
RJ.
Quattro.
Hey, RJ.
Right on.
The reason I hit 6K, Doug.
Yeah, man.
The reason I hit like 5K and 4K and 3. A good friend, RJ. Helio.
Yeah, I seen you post that.
Super good tone chaser. Well, he was like, you know me, Doug. I'm like, hey, if you can help fill out, and he put up on the screen. He's like, help that out. I appreciate it. And he's like, I remember we only had 1,000. I'm like, yep, you do.
Yeah, well, my birthday would be the day after your show, one of your shows on Monday. That's in
It
January.
is the last day in January.
Yep, January 31st.
Oh. Yeah. Yes. What else we got going on? Nothing. Next week, Trev and I are going to do an edible adventure. Because Mazel.
I might need to.
I'm thinking I'm going to try to eat a 300 milligram brownie, Charles.
Oh.
Yeah. I know.
Isn't the great thing about a brownie, and forgive me for my ignorance in this, but am I correct that the THC is not equally distributed throughout the brownie?
It depends.
Like an Operation Depth Charge, Doug.
It depends who's making it.
I'm just trying not to comment at all.
Yeah, it depends. It should be evenly.
It would be because it's going to, in today's market, it's not some guy in a kitchen breaking up a quarter ounce of hash and throwing it into a 7x7 brownie tray. You got somebody, maybe they're making the butter, the extract, right? Where you got the weed butter and then you use that to make the brownies with.
Because we know Bo likes to eat an edible for the first time in 20 years and then try to work on a 12 string.
I don't have a 12 string. Well, not altogether, anyway.
Not yet. Someone does have 2 years. So, found out apparently, Trev, if you buy someone some guitar gear for Christmas, they'll feel obligated to use it. Mm-hmm. So I encourage everyone to send a set of 12-string guitar string sets to Charles. And he feels obligated.
No pressure.
12. And if he gets more than 2 sets, it's a lifetime supply at the rate we're going here.
Well, see, I'm still waiting for my bag for Christmas, the 12 days of Christmas bag for my brother that he's talking.
You and me both. Although Charles learned, Ed, because you may notice he threw Mark Taft under the bus earlier. Great guy, doesn't know how to look for packages. So Charles decides to send a package here, but doesn't tell me. Okay? Mark and I do a soda pop tasting out in the driveway in front of the classic car. Mark's out there with a hedge trimmer, weed whacking all over the place, blah, blah, blah. Whole time, there's a package sitting on the front step and leaning against the door. Neither one of us notice it. And generally, if I get a package, there's an unboxing video like that day. It'll just shoot it, upload it, boom. So it's about, I don't know, it's like 10 o'clock at night here, probably. It was 9 there, Charles. And Charles like,
yeah, pretty much.
So where's the unboxing? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's, don't be a dink. I'm like, I'm not being a dink. He says, you got a package today. I'm like, I fucking beg to differ. He's like, I'm looking at a tracking number that says otherwise. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. See, he remembers. I think Billy's dipping out. Remember, 41 months even. Look at that.
Wow.
Thank you, Billy. Cheers. 4's here. No, we haven't done the mime segment yet. And Steve Brandt's here.
Hey, Steve.
I want a 12-string electric because I can't handle
Steve.
it. 12. My hands won't handle it. Charles needs a Gretsch 12. Yeah, we all do. Oh, exactly. That's what
Yes.
I'm saying. But yeah, so Charles like, no. Like, he goes, okay, all kidding aside. He goes, I sent you a package. It says it arrived. I'm starting to freak out. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, bud. And then I look outside. I'm like, well, I'll be dipped. There's a fucking package sitting here. He goes, yeah, it's been sitting there since noon. There's no way. But then I realized from the angle, like sitting in a lawn chair shooting soda pop video, the way the slats are on the stair for the railing, you can't see it. It was perfectly placed that you couldn't. It just blended in. And then, so then I had to shoot on. I'm like, well, because we're on the phone together. He called me. That's what it was. And I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, I don't know what to. Oh, here it is. I'm like, well, now I got to hang up, Charles, because I got to shoot an unboxing video. Fuck. And it was uploaded like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, you're sweating your ass off at that unboxing too. I remember.
Oh, fuck.
That's a different one.
Yeah, this was a different way. He sent me the chorus pedal, as well as some random Canadiana. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, oh, I found it in my travels with the wife on Saturdays. Look at this. Look at this. Is now the time?
Yes.
Now the time to suggest a dance? No. There's never a time. Steve from Boston got a Dino 12. I thought we were friends.
That's a good
All
question.
right. What song would you want to play on your 12-string, Charles? What brand strings would motivate you to put them on and play a few chords?
Yeah, I think what really comes down to is I just need to be shamed into doing it.
What brand of strings would motivate you to put them on?
Ship has sailed yet. I don't know if it leaves the harbor, Charles.
Yeah, I can grab mine.
52 watching, and all 52 are laughing at that one. Thank you,
Yeah,
Eddie.
oh yeah, for sure. No, because a fella had every intention to do it. It was like we were talking about, hey, we're going to do it live. Then come on and ridicule me as I do it. I got the strings.
Oh yeah, I wasn't going to ridicule, but I was going to do a play-by-play. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got the strings. I ordered all new pegs for the guitar because it was missing half of them.
Hang on, Trev.
Overnight has been
Is Earl, you still here?
It's the works.
Here you go, Earl.
With horseradish.
Avec. What do they call it? Rainfort. What Rayfort? What the fuck is Rayfort?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. You know what? I will take the blame for that. Because and Charles knows, like when Charles was looking to really kick up the whole fabric wrap thing, I said, okay, you're not coming on as your friend. You're coming on as the fabric. Let's have an agenda, which I've done with like my friend Rob at Tesi Switch. And thank you everybody for supporting coupon code Canucks. Works site wide. You want to buy a Keeley pedal, 15% under map? There's the fucking place to do it because the coupon code works. And Robert Keeley knows about it too, Charles. Just saying. Mm-hmm. I promoted it in his Face Space group. And so
nice.
I did. Well, it was a limited run pedal that had sold out everywhere else. I'm like, well, I know Rob has like 3 left, and use coupon code Canucks, save 15%. They're like, what? And I'm like, yep. So there's that. But good friend Adam from fu-tone.com. There you go.
Nice looking block.
This is Trev's block that's sitting here,
Dirty
not
color.
guitar. See, had him on, came friends. Dave Nesdahl was supposed to co-host the show, Charles, I think, and then he bailed. He did say that Larry Mitchell. I invited Larry Mitchell on. Fucking Larry Mitchell's a big fucking deal. Doug was there in the chat. Nesdahl has been a friend of Larry's for years and years and years. So the idea was Dave was going to come on and co-host it, Charles. Because I don't know Larry that well. So he's all of a sudden he goes, "No, I can't make it. I'm playing cards with my family." I'm like, "What the fuck? Playing cards with your fucking family, Dave?" He goes, "Larry's a hell of a guy. You'll have a blast." He was right, but still, thanks, Dave. But so I had Adam on, a couple of times. Boom, boom, boom. Became friends. I meet him in person at NAMM the following year, and he actually provided my NAMM pass that year.
Nice.
And he's introducing me to people around him. He's like, "This guy moves product." And to hear that from a company owner, from someone who wants to do demos and stuff, that was a big compliment.
Excellent.
Exactly. Tesi rocks. They do. Effutone rocks. They do. Mm-hmm. Ironically, I think it was in Peace Chat. He's like, "Yeah, I bought a Tesi Switch, but he bought it from the Effutone website." I'm like, I could have saved 15%. I don't have a coupon code for Effutone. I'm not saying my coupon code is the number one used coupon code on TesiSwitch.com, but
he's saying
it is. I'm not saying somebody else had maybe JB15 for years prior, Trav, and it kind of flatlined. Ooh, did I? Ooh, caddy tonight, Charles. Like threw that in.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, well, he blocks friends of mine in people's chats, so.
Although I do have to ask Bo, how close he is to Brighton, Michigan.
He lives in Brighton, Michigan.
Okay.
I told you.
March the 21st, I will be going to Brighton, Michigan.
Well, he doesn't live in. He lives near. And
Adjacent.
Do not show up unannounced. Because Bo collects other things, Nate, that start with G, Doug, other than guitars, okay?
Guess what? I just announced it.
I did. Yes, you did. Well, I announced shit on your channel.
You know.
Right? So it makes sense. It's like so showed off the guitar on your birthday hang.
Yeah.
The birthday hang, it starts at like 10:30 at night or something crazy. No time to promote it. Well, we were waiting for Charles to finish, but he said, "Screw it, we'll go live while Charles is still live." And then Charles had to go off and then hop on from one to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll be doing that on his
night. Charles, same thing, right?
When he gets done and it gets to me, we're going to be doing an unboxing at my on his channel.
I love it.
Yeah. We'll have to do it.
If you haven't already checked out Charles' channel, check it out. 500 people can't be wrong.
Right? If it's enough to make me get up out of bed at fucking 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
I think about that every time I see the West Coasters come into the the chat.
You're like, wow, that's early on a Sunday morning.
Yeah. It is so appreciated. And they're loyal, and they do it every week. It's like
that's because we love you, dude.
This is a combination of 398 Bubba and Animal Face.
Oh, I've got what was this called, Ben?
Well, it's cool when Seth gets up at 9 a.m. in the morning, Chuck, to come on your show. Watch your show.
Mustard gas.
Oh, right, the mustard gas.
Ooh. And I'm still doing the Durban Gorilla.
Right, the Durban Gorilla.
Not that kind of mustard gas. Didn't mix in no bleach and ammonia here.
Eddie says you need to move to the West Coast, Ben. That'll be easier to stay up late. These guys can attest. I'm not exactly a early to bed person.
No, not at all.
Quite often we'll be hanging out like this off air. It's 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, I should probably get off here.
You should hear how much he complains when we're in Charlotte, having to get up at like 7 in the morning.
I didn't even know there was a 7 in the morning for getting up. That's going to bed.
Boiling.
Yeah. Breakfast is from 6:30 until 7:30. Oh, for fuck's sakes, because I want to try it. What is it? Oh, man, biscuits and gravy. God damn it. All right.
It's even better when they open the garage early in the morning.
Oh, there he is.
Consistency, Charles. That's how I remember Ted.
Yep.
He's good now. And then also Royal City Wreckers is here from Surrey, BC.
Howdy, neighbor.
Yeah,
BC brother. Right on.
There's Ted. So yeah, celebrating 6,000 subscribers, which is
so. What's the plan for the next 6,000?
Oh, well, like I'm really hoping that next year I can hit 7,000 for the end of the year, like because it's been taking me over, like say 14 months to hit 1,000 per 1,000, and I want to that'd be nice because I had been on pace of say 1,200 a year the first couple of years. Hey, DD Files, what's up? What the? You put the boost on, and then we got the AM radio coming through the speaker. Wow, he had all the issues going, but it sounded cool. The riff. I was like, I might have to rip that off. That was good. He's in C sharp. It sounded wicked. There's Scott Nickerson as well.
I was picking up some AM radio the other day on my phone.
Speaking of which, guy's been around since early days. DD Files and I came across each other, I think, back in 2018. Check out his channel, please. Oh, look at that. There's Trev doing his thing. Yep, 35 months. Trev gave me the finger the other night, Charles, because they called him new. I'm like, you're still new. You don't know. He's like, fuck you. Like, well,
oh my.
The conversation related to 2019, the before times, as it were.
As it shall be known.
As it shall be known. Yeah, Scott Nickerson. Boom. Whoops. There. There's Philly G Guitar Man.
Cool. Is that a new name in your chat?
No, he's another. He can not. No offense to Philly in any way, but he's been around for years and years and years. Not here every week, but maybe lurking. But yeah, like that's the name. Like again, before times. I'm pretty sure 2019. I want to say.
As far as the channel activity goes in the log, previous to today was Ben's 50th birthday bash. Billy was here for that, and then the Sunday night hang with Guitar Man 45.
And this would be where he's activated because Charles, as a moderator, you can click and see the stats. On somebody. And by the way, Trev, Mr. 35 months, member for 52 months says Trev is new.
Brother Tom.
Brother Tom.
That was just incentive.
Thanks, Bonkers. It was back in May. I appreciate it. Yeah, mods can see stuff like that. Which is because you would see if someone's just a complete troll or they're having a bad day.
It's the first time there, right?
Someone's kind of angry in a chat sometimes, but I kind of recognize the name, Trev. I'll look there and I'll be like, okay, someone's into the cold snacks. They're off, especially tone talk. It gets a little rowdy in the tone talk chat at times. So so you look, and if it's just the history of just being a douche canoe, all right, you're gone. But maybe you just need a 5-minute timeout. And Mark Severson, another longtime viewer. What's up, Mark? Great to see you. Thank you very much.
Well, that's the other thing, too. So many people lurk that you don't really know they're there, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like, names, I'm like, I don't know a lot in life, Charles, but, like, that's the thing. I'm kind of, I know tone, and I know the names and the chats and kind of where they're from, especially if I get to know you at all.
Considering lifestyle choices, you're really good at remembering where people are from.
I was just going to say.
He doesn't remember. He doesn't remember when people are going to show up someplace.
Doesn't remember what he had for lunch yesterday, but he can tell you where fucking Eddie Fay lives.
Yeah.
Not in the Grand Rapids area.
Yeah. What's my phone number?
Yeah. Matt's somewhere in the foothills of Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, show.
Faux show. Which is actually Charles in the emoji. We can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, and BV's on vacation in the Caribbean, Tom.
I saw him in Pete's chat.
Yeah, that's what you say. When
Pete's got his phone muted because he's doing a show.
Hang on here. I got to go back because, yeah, Tom was a member for 52 months. That says Trevor.
Yep.
Bo just had to one up and buy a month. Figured I'd check.
That's good.
That's funny. That's funny.
Well, and then a lot of your
already texted. Yeah, and Tom, like I said, thank you, by the way, Tom and Ken too, because I was tired. I wanted to lay down for a nap. I just laid down, and all of a sudden, phone's all blowing up. I'm like, what?
There's nothing you can do because Pete's got his phone muted because he's doing a show, and that's what we do. My phone's muted too, and often I'll forget to turn it unmuted, and then I miss my alarm in the morning.
That's why I have it on the. I just put it on silent mode, like vibrate, so I can hear it vibrate.
But it's not enough to get me up.
Yeah, because you're muted because some idiots text you when you're on live.
Yeah. The amount of times I get a text at 8:05 p.m. on a fucking Monday.
Just seeing how you're doing.
And then I say, I'm fucking live. He goes, I know.
That's the point. It's like you send the news to Charles while he's in a meeting.
Oh, it's like the one time I turned around, jumped in way too early, and they kicked me out, and I texted Chuck, your show's running late. And I didn't even know I had to refresh it. So I missed the whole show.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Chat.
We got 57 watching. Nice.
Right on, everybody. Cheers.
Cool.
I was going to say, Doug, you aren't. Tom has a tendency to do that too. Similar, ironically enough, BV he'll send me something in Messenger on occasion. And Beav used to be very active in the chat back in the day. Because my always line to us, you're here and you're awake, because he's in Switzerland, but he'd always be in various chats. And he would always give me, salut, Ben, with a coffee emoji. And then I didn't realize, I always suspected he was a legend because he seemed to know everybody, but jeez, he does. Like, he's arranged so many major guests to be on channels over the years. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I think he may or may not be Mutt Lang. I'm not sure. Studio in Switzerland.
Online alias.
Yeah, happens to know everybody. And it's always, my friend Tom. I'm like, you mean fucking Uncle Larry? Yes. Or my friend Robert brought out a new pedal. Robert Keeley? Yes. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. He was like, I should text Ringo and Paul. Yeah, exactly. Trev, I remember, again, earlier, we're doing the show, Richie's Basement. I get show from the road. He's side stage, Charles, because he's mixing monitors for Cyndi Lauper in a tour of Japan. I'm like, first of all, Cyndi Lauper's touring Japan? Okay. And I'm like, why? You hire a guy from Switzerland to mix monitors in a tour of Japan, but then he stayed behind to, of course, do some studio work or something. I'm like, who are you? And I've been trying to get him on as a guest since I started. He goes, oh no, English is not, it's my fifth language. I'm not so good. I'm like, bullshit, mate, you're rude as fuck. You're killing me. He's, oh no. Come on, you have to come on with like a Mexican lucha libre mask or something. That's why he's a ninja. Yeah, before he was BV, he was BV Ninja.
Right.
And like I remember, so go back to Rich Shanahan. I'm like, hey, Rich, how's it going? Go over to this place. Oh, no, I've been chatting with BV all fucking day in French, just because, brushing up on his French by just only talking to him in French. I'm like, Well, he does know 5 languages. And I think on where he is in Switzerland, it is more French than German speaking. I know, 5th language. Yeah, English being the 5th language. Whoa. Yep. Questions, folks? Exactly. I want to just point out Time Surfing Alien points out the best part about owning a bunch of different guitars is that you own a bunch of different guitars.
One for every occasion, right?
There's a lot of truth to that.
Right. Oh yeah, I remember we did a news segment. Rich and I would do a news segment. I'm like, oh, this I just heard this pedal came out. Phone goes off. There's a screenshot of that pedal that's not released yet, sitting on a mixer board. I'm like,
gotta love it.
Bo's friend being BV, clearly.
Touche.
There you go. The random gear question. Thanks, Mike. Just to bring her back around to a guitar channel. Old Gibson chainsaw case. Foam covering on the handles rotten away. Best fix? Duct tape. I don't know. It depends. You want to save on what's still there. Just seal it in duct tape.
Yeah, that's going to get sticky, though.
All right. I marked this one down in case Bo had some hits back in the day that we're not aware of. I'm just saying. Crash Rats, Charles.
Oh, my.
I want to see that album cover.
Oh, yes.
I have a feeling it's going to be derogatory to women. Why is she bent over the hood of their car like that? How else to see her buttocks? Like, well,
Okay.
wow.
I did just Google that. Well, was it in 2007 that you were in that band?
No.
Because it says here there are multiple matches for Crash Rats, including a glam sleaze rock band and a character.
No.
Sleaze.
Or Time for Alien says, which is the other option, the modern. That's like liquid duct tape, right? Just flex seal it.
Well, they make a tape too, Ben. The Flex Seal tape is pretty good. That's what I used to fix the pool. Ooh. I would take it off the case and take it to an upholstery shop and have them just.
All right. If you want more industrial glue, that's the only difference between gaff tape and duct tape.
Gaff tape's cloth, though, right? Real cloth.
Well, no, hockey tape. I always call that just hockey tape because I don't know what else.
Big ass hockey tape.
Right. See, Doug could actually fucking comment on that for once. I guarantee you he's got 4 rolls of hockey tape within reach at any given time. Nope. All right.
It's done too.
See? Called it.
Yep. Oh, this one that came up was a...
yeah, Bo was wearing leather pants in that band.
Oh, yeah.
You know it.
Jeanette said that day is over.
Yeah, Jeanette's not going to let Bo out of the house wearing no leather pants these days. Well, we hope Jeanette doesn't allow... If Jeanette does, Bo, I need to have a word with your wife, all right? Men of a certain age, we have to just give up on the leather pants. Chaps are different, Tom. Those are different. Like if Ed's out on his bike, that's for safety. Chaps are for safety.
Oh, chaps are also used from cowboys too. Safety. So
exactly.
But then a hot-looking girl don't look bad in chaps either.
Yeah, when I saw the picture, Ben looks bad.
You remember when I said you did this to yourself, right?
I know. As a proper punk rock band should be, right? They're all dead except for Elliot in Switzerland. And he's the one that made off with the publishing rights. Clearly. Like,
Okay,
there's something
I
hinky
do-
here, Charles. They're all dead except for the guy in Switzerland.
Yeah.
I would say not all the band is dead. Because Bo just posted something.
There is Bo as well. This is true. We got 50 people watching. Please hit the like if you haven't already. Please subscribe. Onward and upwards to 7,000. That's the plan, anyways. And if you're into cornhole as well, check out this guy's channel. Just saying. I tell you what it is. Oh, we're up to 60-20, Charles.
Well, how about that?
Flying along. Chaps are
Hello.
several things to different people. Yeah, that's a take.
You know, you got to wonder about the guy that makes that comment.
Easy. Tom's using Google Translate. Easy there, Tom. What was I going to check here? There we are. Damn it. Had it. It's gone. Had it. Gone. Oh, maybe it'll come back. Anywho's. Moving on.
Never does.
Anything to say, Chuck?
I am good. I'm wondering though. You know,
Yeah.
are we gonna see new things on the channel now that you're working towards the much larger?
Probably not. Probably not. More of the same. That's the way I see it. You know, keep doing these basic demos because they're basically a bunch of fun. Let's see. All right, easy. Oh, now he sends it. What? Oh, easy touch. I suppose I could, Keith, but that's my upstairs guitar.
Hmm.
That's good. Play scratch. It's got fresh strings on it that aren't tens. I could though.
I have to go to Long and McQuaid tomorrow.
I have to go to Long McQuaid tomorrow as well. So that's what virtual tip jar, folks. Please.
I almost
Drink
need
rum
to
for
go
$3
play
off a pack.
You're going to get a pack of XS for the exterior and a 3-pack of just XLs to put fresh strings on everything else. That said, I should probably just fucking drive all the way downtown and go fix that espresso machine.
I would say, Tom, that comment could go a couple different ways.
But yeah, tomorrow night we are doing Conducts with guitars. I will be playing a bunch of songs. Charles will come on for some bad album covers. First one being the one I sent to Doug on Friday night. That was still epic.
I think Charles needs to see more cock.
He needs to see more what?
That talk guy.
Yeah.
Talk to Palm or whatever.
And yeah. So bad album covers. I don't know what else we got going on. There's something, but I forgot because of lifestyle choices. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
What it was?
I guess, Saturday the 4th would be the next Buffalo meeting?
Sure,
why not?
January 4th?
Works for Chuck. Works for me. Because really, he's the one that holds it all together. So until
Yeah, I'm off.
he does the miraculous, doesn't even bother showing up. All of a sudden, Trev's the host. Like, oh, what did that happen?
I was gonna say it doesn't really work for me.
I'll do it.
What time is that going to be on Saturday morning?
1 p.m. 1 p.m. Yeah, we do it.
10
First
o'clock.
Saturday every month, 1 p.m. Eastern, unless I'm engaged otherwise. Then what we usually do is the first Saturday of the month and the third Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. But sometimes they'll get reversed, and we'll do like the first Wednesday and third Saturday of the month. Just depends, because sometimes I'm busy on a Saturday.
Yeah, I'll get my email from Chuck, so if you ever change it around, you can email me, let me know.
Oh, yeah, and I announce it in every show well in advance, too.
And your brother sent you the link, so.
Yeah.
And your brother sends you the link, so.
And you can find it on the community tab as well.
In other words, what Charles is being polite saying, it's already been taken care of, Ed. Your family, it's taken care of.
Charles is the creator of such events.
Charles has this list that he has to go to. So what a person usually gets added every 3 to 4 months. What started off as, hey, can you send us this 1 or 2 links to these couple people? There's now like 8 or 9 people he's responsible for.
Yeah, I just saved it to my link things. So,
Cheers, Chris. Talk to you soon.
Again, remember your hat and badge when you're going.
All right. Have a good one, buddy.
Well, Forrest, like 1 p.m. morning sounds like stoner musician. Well, that and a lot of people are on the West Coast, so it's 10 a.m. for them.
I do have a question for Charles.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
You said the knobs have eagles. What did you do? Stick eagle heads on the knobs, or?
No, I went and looked for knobs that had eagles' heads on them, and I ordered them.
Oh, that's cool. That's going to be awesome, Ben.
North Carolina. Dale's out of North Carolina. Doug and I have spent some time there. Can we ask what part of the state? This is a big difference between west, east, and central.
Like around Charlotte?
Yeah. Yeah, the Charlotte area. Yeah. Like the coast. And then you got Asheville over on the other side. Then you got up around Level Cross area, Raleigh, Winston-Salem.
If you're in the
Greensboro, Hickory,
Outer Banks area, you'd be able to go and check out the live nude surfers.
Western Foothills. Okay, cool. Doug and I primarily hang out in Concord when we're in there. When in North Carolina, you usually find us in Concord.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Concord Mills if it's raining.
Yeah.
How do you get middle-aged men to hang out at the mall? Rain when you're staying in a tent.
Yeah. Don't go to the mall if you're looking to get your haircut, though.
Well, depends. Our friend Jamal could go no problem. Doug, on the other hand, what we had was an Oreo situation, Charles. You know that song from Sesame Street, one of these things is not like the other?
It's one of those ones where
There
you walk in and every head in the place just...
Yep. I snickered.
Yeah, hand right over his head.
You were just popular, that's all, Doug.
Thing, Ed, Doug needed a haircut, all right? Yeah, we're down there on vacation. It was the only place we found. I'm like, oh, barbershop. Perfect. He walks in, and it is the blackest barbershop these 2 Canadian boys have ever seen in our life. And they looked at Doug, and Doug kind of did the grandpa. He kind of went in, did 180, and walked right back out again. Nope. So then, yeah. So then I shaved Doug's head later that day.
Good fun. Good, clean fun.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but then we didn't clean up the mess of white hair, so people walk by and they're like, you kill an albino squirrel? Like, what the fuck? Look like a little white toupee sitting on the ground. And it wouldn't blow away.
I was going to say it was blown away, too. Yeah.
Search of Tone goes dog in Hendersonville. We know Hendersonville.
Yes.
Ooh, we have friends that live in Hendersonville. I want to say.
We were just talking about Asheville on my show there Friday night.
There you go.
I think it was before we doing. Yeah, I think it was on the show we were talking about.
I think Doug had one at one time.
Probably did.
It was 30 plus years ago, so it was allowable. A lot of us made questionable hairstyle choices in the 80s and 90s.
You know what? The one hairstyle that I wish I would have had a picture of still
is the undercut.
Huh?
The undercut.
Well, when I had it braided that night for the Bowie concert.
Dear Lord. I'm just picturing Doug with a braided like cornrows.
Oh yeah, it was like it was like down here.
It's like the Predator.
It was
the Predator, only gray.
No, I had dark hair back then.
Okay.
But no, it was when David Bowie was in his dark time,
Speaking of dark,
right? And then
and not when he was on heroin.
and they had Prick and Nine Inch Nails opened up for him in Toronto. When he did the I'm not doing any of my old material except for Man Who Sold the World because Nirvana had it popular at the time.
Yeah, so none of the hits.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, no, he did. Trent Reznor did come out and do Scary Monsters with him.
Some Pump's going to town. Wow. Must be warm.
No. I wasn't all black, though. But yeah.
Yeah. My cousin, folks. We all have our crosses to bear, as they say.
I tell you.
Listen here, GQ guy. I got some pictures too.
I never claimed.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know the 90s were a cruel time. So were the 80s.
I think you had a fade in that picture with the sunglasses and the Fu Manchu and the leather jacket, jeans, and Converse shoes you wore to a wedding. Yes, you got a picture of that.
No, it wasn't a fade. Undercut, maybe.
I don't know.
Well, we've all got those bad choices, I suppose.
Let's not start pulling out the camera roll. This is now not the time or the place. Because it could happen very fast. Doug likes to zoom in, so he only shows me. And I'm like, oh, you mean the photo like this, unedited? Yeah. Like the one I got a photo of Doug's wearing a helmet. He ain't playing for a team.
I got that. It's on Facebook. Who cares? It's already out there.
Feathered hair to mullets, yeah. I did have the feathered hair for a period of time. Hell, I had long hair in the 80s as a kid. So
80s was the one when I was smart because whenever we were together with our grandmother, I'd always get her to ask you.
You want to take me for a haircut? The moment my parents were out of the room, she's like, "Come on, we're taking you for a haircut." I'm like, "No, we're not." "Oh no, you need a haircut." I'm like, "No, we don't." I'm like, "It's almost long enough putting a ponytail." "Boys don't have ponytails." I'm like, "Cool ones do."
And then she'd also ask us what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I always knew, ask Ben first. Because then he would say she'd lose her shit, and then the question would never come to me.
And then your answer wasn't so bad if you had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If I really want to rile her up, because we caught on by the time we were like 10 or 11, Doug caught on. Mm-hmm. By that time, my old man was, hey, Mr. fucking Country Raiders, right? Full send, right? So I'm like, I want to be like Dad when I grow up. And Nana would fucking just lose her shit. And then she turned to him, why can't you be more like your brother Kenny? You mean the fucking alcoholic?
He's going to make a drink.
Never had a seagull haircut.
Yeah, Uncle Kenny was like, you want a drink? Oh, yeah, just give me 2 fingers. Like, you want the drink like 2 fingers? No, like that. So you had to spread the fingers, too. They had to be.
Well, yeah. Well, if you're extra thirsty, right? Depends on how thirsty you are.
Yeah, we couldn't get our hair to grow long back in the 80s. Our mother would chop it off. She's a hairdresser. Charles.
A haircut every 10 days.
What? Hell, I never even went to a hairdresser until I was like 10. My dad cut my hair. And it wasn't until fucking it's 1985 and they're Mr. fucking Sunglasses at night that I need a fucking spiky haircut. And Dad's like, I can't do that. So then I went to a local hair place. I'm like, oh, I'm going to spike my hair. I'm like, all right.
Can't help it when your mother becomes a hairdresser.
Yeah. And then for a while, my sister used to shave my head for me every week.
But Charles would look so pretty after Mom got done.
That's why Charles goes for the butch military cut now, right?
So Ben, which guitar are we playing tomorrow?
For you, I'll play a Gretsch, Charles. For you, I'll play the Gretsch.
There you go.
Right. Well, the Gretsch has fresh strings. I haven't really played it yet, so I'm looking.
You notice how quick he changed the subject.
Oh yeah.
I think for Terry, you need to play one of those Gibson Strats.
They're easy. There is a kind of a version exists of that. It's called the Victory. We're not going there. I wasn't that impressed. I do have a Gretsch demo coming out on Wednesday, the Brandywine one.
Oh.
And then we have the RGT 21. No, not 2112. 1221. Wow. That's the one that Steve. If you like the one Steve from Boston was playing during his live show last night, same fucking guitar, color, everything, exact same fucking guitar Steve's playing last night. I'll have a demo out on Friday. Also, before I forget yet again, the actual annual bloopers reel will be released for channel members and patrons Christmas Day. I feel that'll be a Christmas. There will be a demo coming out Christmas Day as well for everybody, but the blooper reel will also be available that day as well. And it's about half an hour long.
You know what time that'll be, Ben?
And Tom, he's about 2.5 years older than I am.
Depends on the time I get up.
Mm-hmm.
Noonish, maybe. I don't know. I'm playing sleeping in Christmas Day. I don't know. Depends on how late I'm hanging out Christmas Eve night, Trev. I'm doing a show.
You never know what what Santa might leave under the tree for you, Ben.
Or are you doing a show Christmas Eve, Trav?
Apparently we are.
Oh, well, there we are.
There will be a guitar snow.
I was thinking of doing a show tomorrow night for.
But I mean, that's usually a quick one from 6 to 7 o'clock.
Nobody cares, Doug.
It was actually.
We had a conversation.
It wasn't going to be on my show anyway, Ben.
But it's actually 22 today, isn't it?
Yeah. Yesterday was apparently rush day, according to Chris. He's like, don't you, so isn't it a second national holiday? I'm like, no, because we would go 12/21. We don't go 21.
Doesn't make sense.
Speaking of which, saw a photo today, Ken, of Keith Richards at Le Studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe that was for his first solo album.
No, good.
That's what I was thinking. You know, when he had like Waddy playing with him and shit like that.
I did not know.
Is that the expensive winos or something like that? I forget what they were called. Charles does look awfully young for his age.
Oh yes.
I don't know how he does. Well, I know how he does it. This boy works for the pharmaceuticals, and he's stealing.
He is the Keith Richards of YouTube.
Well, without the lifestyle choices. Yeah, that's why he doesn't do as many lifestyle choices. He's more
I did not realize that Charles was like 92.
Okay.
I was thinking Waddy's white guitar, Tom, which was also a 70s with a volute. I don't hold it against him. It's what was available at the time. Yeah, Keith's in the painting of the Last Supper. Yep. What was that? There's a photo of him holding two babies. It said Keith holding Adam and Eve.
Yeah. It's babies.
No, I don't know. So, Charles, is this where I show some disturbing memes to you?
I suppose.
Well, you do that.
There you go, Bill.
Let's see if we can focus that first so you can read the caption. Walmart should really have thought this one over a little more.
Oh my.
All right, moving on. I'm looking for an acoustic guitar with a clearly defined low end. Shop employee, shh, say no more.
Oh boy.
All right. And one more.
Yeah, I saw that one yesterday.
There you go, folks.
Love it.
There's
you and I shared those things back and forth.
all
so
right,
much.
all right. Since Trev didn't
feed
change it back, we got one more I showed the guys the other night.
Here's a Tyson.
Dome is pretty good.
Dark.
Yeah.
Had to go dark at the end.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
What are you doing, Doug?
it's funny because it's true.
Oh my God! All right, this is from cousin Doug.
I did not send a thing.
It's the time of year, Charles. Come on, focus, you motherfucker.
Oh. Oh my.
Wow, that's rather apropos for this time of year.
Mm.
Well, look at me using a term like apropos this time of night. We'll go a little while longer, folks. We dropped down to 42 watching at this point, but we hit the top of the hour, and I gotta try to smoke. So, I want to wish everyone a happy holidays. At least I'm a Dark Ben. Thanks, Matt. All we can say, Charles, is I was showing off album covers to the guys the other night, and I had Matt do a face palm. So we got that to look forward to this week.
So you're saying I'm in trouble?
Oh, fuck yeah. You're going to probably poo a little.
There's a couple of doozies coming.
Okay. Very
You know,
good to know.
and I got some real, like, the people that in this face space group that I get them from, they've been knocking it out of the park this weekend, too. Like, really shitty stuff, Kat. Like, oh my. I'm like, oh! Yeah. And there's a few I'm like, nope, can't show that. So, oh yeah, we have the Charles emoji, too, of him face palming, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Charles never thought he'd be an emoji. You didn't see that coming in life, did you, Charles?
Yeah. Now I've got two.
Oh, show.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Here, we'll do this because I haven't done it in a while. So if you have any questions, still ask away. And if we answer it, it'll be
The more you know.
Faux show.
faux show. We'll have this pontificate a little more, and then we'll probably call it a night. I appreciate everyone that has tuned in, everyone that's subscribed, everyone that's liked, everyone that's appeared on the panel. This has been fun. Oh, HEI.
Hell yeah. Always about it, brother.
Oh yeah, it's a great time
Yeah.
here. Wouldn't be anywhere else.
I like this morning when I'm in Charles' show there. Trev shows up and went from, oh, fuck, I'm still, fuck it, I'm drinking. Just cold and audible. So I'm not going out to, it went from going out for breakfast and going to Long McQuaid. Well, first it was just Long McQuaid, then breakfast and Long McQuaid, figuring out the order of which he should do it. And then he decided to check on Becca, who told him to go fuck himself. And he went, well, I guess I'm going to start drinking. So if Becca has any hassle, Trev, tonight, why are you? I'll stand. I'll be, look, lady. I can say little lady because she's your daughter, lady. You drove your father to drink today.
Yeah, and then went back to bed for 2 hours after the show wrapped up. And got up and did the show, and I've been here ever since.
I get it. There
was a couple pieces of cold pizza involved and a tuna sandwich.
Well, Pete was late today. He was like 20 minutes late.
Well, and 30 minutes of mine time.
Right? When was that?
I mean, I had to go into my settings. I was checking, are my speakers on? I'm looking at the knob here.
He never acknowledged my text either.
Go to somebody else's channel and the sound's working here. Go back to Pete's channel and all the comments are like, Pete, you're muted.
Well, at least you went live.
And I'm like, you know what? The last thing I need to do is bug Ben about this because I can see Hips here. He's probably already been
Hip and Tom. Tom called me and left a voicemail even.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna let that boat sail. I'll eat my sandwich.
Yeah, it's like I don't have any more power than BV Ninja does. So I don't have
using these 30 minutes back in the chat. What can you do? People are sending in super chats like that's gonna make a difference. He still doesn't see it. He's not gonna get there yet.
Tom, any choices of music you want to hear tomorrow night? Tom's always got a good idea. And I know, Ed, I gotta learn some fucking Johnny Paycheck for Charles. I know.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how we're gonna do that. I gotta find a song that actually starts out musically.
Well,
I don't sing.
I wasn't going to start on that tonight for you for a change. I was going to keep that quiet.
That's okay.
I just had to do it this morning because Charles was there, in charge.
Just to give you a giggle, Ed, one of the bad album covers coming up in about 3 weeks to a month from now.
Yeah.
That song is on the album. This person does a cover of Johnny Paycheck. And I'm just... Oh, yeah. Remember, Ken, we were looking at it. The one...
Yep.
The thing with, and I'm like, really? That song? Yeah. Charles will be like, what? Yeah. Nothing Johnny Cash, unless it's mocking Tom. Oh yeah, Tom wasn't there for that rant. Okay. He's on the Mount Rushmore of overrated musicians. Paul McNary's trying to talk me out of it. He failed. You weren't there. It doesn't matter.
Trying to talk you down, did he?
Well, I also went on a Jim Morrison rant. Taps heard it all already. He's like, so you don't like... I'm like, I like the Doors. I don't like Jim Morrison. Which, like, I like the Tragically Hip. Don't care for Gord Downey.
Mm-hmm. I like the Tragically Hip recorded. Not much.
Right? Take 65 is a wonderful thing. Without fucking tangents, too. Oh, great. Gord went on another fucking 8-minute tangent to make me feel depressed. Have you heard of Battered Children? No, not till now. I'm at a fucking rock concert, Gord. I'm here to have a good time.
And most
of come to mind. There's the Killer Whale Tank, and of course, there's the whole Highway Girl story.
Right.
And their fans are like, oh, that's the best part of him. Like he mixes up the songs. He's like that talented. No, he just forgot the fucking lyrics.
Right. Which it's Jim Morrison all over again.
Talking about a murder suicide.
Oh, he's doing poetry. He's rambling.
He is rambling. It is very Morrison-esque. You're right.
When they started out basically as a Stones cover band. Just saying. They used to play here in town all the time.
They're going down too quick.
I was too young to see them live. But they were around.
I know one thing. Sometimes when O2 crew plays, certain times they got a sound that almost remind me of Miami Vice. They play a certain sound that reminds me of some of the beginning of the
choruses.
Shows. Yeah.
It's probably the heavy chorus and or detune.
Yeah.
Flashing back to the Neutron Dance.
Now that's in my head again.
Where's Matt? We need the sound.
What are you gonna do, right?
Oh yeah, poor Matt last night. So I just mentioned that, Doug, like because I was at the bulk food store last year, and you may recall the Neutron Dance. It's a long intro to the point. So I'm shopping, and I'm like, they're playing the motherfucking Neutron Dance, but you think it's never been played in public since 1985? Like, dude. And then all of a sudden, it's fucking Neutron Dance. So I'm relaying the story. So, and Matt, being younger, he's like, what? I'm not sure. And he's got the headphones on, so he starts listening to it, and you see him. All of a sudden, the head goes. I'm like, he's listening to the woohoos. He's woohoo. I'm like, yep. He goes, all right, I remember this. I'm like, yep. Neutron Dance.
It's also from a show, wasn't it? He's like, that song was on a show, not a show.
That's right.
And after you left, me and
Mark, easy.
Paul got into
You know what's going to happen next time we get together with Mark? He's going to get in the van, Mark. Charles, the first thing he's going to do is punch me in the arm, and I won't know why. That's all fucking slagging Jim Morrison for the last month and a half, you douche. Like, oh, that's warranted. And then Jay says, Ben's next album title, Just Tangents, Canadian Flamenco for Your Soul.
Can almost see the cover for that.
Oh, I could do that. That is one of my favorites to play, especially once I figured out the breakdown there for the bridge underneath the guitar solo. So yeah, there's that. We gotta play some Tragically Hip for Doug. I seem to know an awful lot of hip tunes for a band I don't care for. But then again, I think that's part of being a Canadian musician. You're required to know
all the Canadian content.
Yeah. I do know a lot of Canadian content, Charles. Because I think about it, I'll see like the numbers drop, and I realize, and then people are like, is that an original? No! That's a big hit. Apparently not outside of Canada.
Well, because we're connected to so much Canadian music on the radio, that's what
Junkhouse for Trev. Nobody outside of Canada knows who the fuck Junkhouse is.
Well, for the Tragically Hip, when you aptly name one of your albums Road Apples, horse shit.
You kind of know what you're going to get, right? How about the cover band? We have a local cover band called Road Apples. I was like, yeah, you kind of know what you're going to get. Yeah. The Les Paul Marshall combo and all right now is on point. Paul Kossoff. That was a great tone. Easy, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no.
I remember when I seen Steve Miller play like a brand new Les Paul that the roadie guy they handed it to him forgot to plug in. He just had the guitar with the wasn't anything.
Yeah, that's why you were there, for the music. And I like how he uses the term gentlemen's clubs.
Yes.
How many people in there were actually gentlemen? All right? Call it what it is. It's the Peeler Bar.
It's a theater of performing arts, like, come on.
Canadian folk dance.
Yeah. Anyway, what? They take everything off? Yep, that's Ontario.
Yep. Great.
It's what?
Not all the time.
Oh, no. If you went to the Peeler Bar across the street from my apartment, it sounded good on paper. Cheap beer, Charles. Cheapest beer outside of the Legion. Okay? And it's a Peeler Bar with 6 pool tables. With cheap pool, too. So that was cool. But then you go in and you're like, did I go to school with you? Or they're all from Quebec.
I haven't been in one as bad as I was in Concord, North Carolina.
No.
They got a little dyslexic when naming the establishment.
Oh.
They named it Baby Dolls. Should have flipped it because some of them you had to pay for 2. There was a couple that were at least like that.
Yeah.
There was at least one that you thought, are you being induced? Because
what was it? The Network in Kitchener? Waterloo. Ha. That was That was the place we had to give our car keys to get a cue ball for the pool table. Get triggered.
No, it wasn't network. You were probably thinking of either Huggies or the Dollhouse.
One of the biker clubs. It was kind of their club, right?
Yeah, that'd be the Cornet.
Oh yeah, that's a quality place, Charles. Like I'm like, where's the cue ball? They're like, yeah, you give us your car keys for the cue ball. I'm like, really? Why? Because they had a tendency to whip it at the strippers when they didn't like them. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, who whips the cue ball on a stripper? These motherfuckers do.
Fill out the police report.
That's a fuck. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, like
That's fucked
injured
up.
in the workplace. What happened? Took a fucking cue ball off the temple. Damn near died. Why are you covered in glitter? Well, that's part of the job.
We used to have those kind of clubs in East Hartford. Don't have them no more.
No, most of all of them are gone.
What's my favorite guitar you own and why?
Yeah.
And why haven't you played it in 4 months?
Yeah, why the fuck don't you ever play it?
Oh, Jesus, don't make me grab it. I'll show it to you.
Well, I'll grab it, all right.
I'm seeing those comments, and I'm going to say that Ben also did a picture like that for One Day to Live one time. Did you not in Charlotte?
Oh, easy.
She's not with him anymore. I don't think.
No,
he has
well,
any kind of social media.
Yeah, because I borrowed Grant's new Mustang.
Yeah, Grant's new Mustang, and the other dude's crazy
She had
wife.
razored up the T-shirt. She bought a T-shirt from the band, which she wanted me to sign it, and I'm like, "Are you going to take it off? Because you're married to that big ass motherfucker Viking-looking dude over there." She says, "No." I'm like, I had to grab hold of Titty to sign my name, because I need a smooth. You know how it is, Charles. You got to stretch out the fabric.
You get it taut.
Actually, she actually said for him to do that.
Yeah, he's my moonshine buddy. It's okay.
Yeah. They're not together anymore.
Yeah, and no shit. Shocker.
Yeah, well, she was working overnights at Walmart and hooked up with that other guy. So yeah.
Well, that would happen. Well, he was driving truck long distance. Yeah, that's going to work well. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, and remember, he's like, if she's drinking moonshine, she's your problem. Like, that's an odd thing for a husband to say about his wife.
And then Ben gave her moonshine.
And then I found out.
A couple parties.
Yep.
Oh, hips back.
Hey, I'm like, hey, don't. I'm just going to get killed. Don't. Stop. Now? Got into the Botox and the. Oof.
I locked the camper door at night.
Oh shit! Oh, there it is.
Favorite guitar?
Look at that, Charles.
Yeah,
1976 Gibson Explorer.
Oh, that's a thing of you. I so want to AB mine with that because mine's the remake of that.
Right.
It's a beast.
Tis.
I've had this for 35 years now.
Nice.
I call it my second kid.
For good reason.
So sweet guitar.
Nice guitar.
I played one of yours, man, a couple of years ago at the Lon McQuaid in Victoria here.
Right.
Neck's a little thinner. No, it is a little. I might say a hair narrower. Definitely thinner. But nice guitar.
Bo's like, oh, nice, Ken. Hang on to that baby. Well, he's had it for 35 years. I don't think it's going anywhere, Bo.
You know
what? I think Bo's got
going nowhere.
choices.
I think Big Tom's got the comment on that one, though.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
That's if my daughter doesn't want it.
All right, and for Trev, I'll because it was because of Ken and Trev, and then Bo was of course, the cherry on top. Oh, one of these.
Yeah.
Because he had, because I was like, Ken's. It's a little darker. I like it, but I wanted more of the Karina look, and we're looking around. And Trev's
They're
like,
all orange.
yeah, explorer shaped object, find one. I'm like, easy. You got to find the right one, Trev.
Yeah.
He's like, just do it. I'm like, no, we'll do it. And then we did.
Yeah, and the story is pure poetry too. It came from the coast.
I haven't played this guitar in about 3 months.
I know.
Yeah, we know.
Well, it's a little. It's close.
There we go.
I'm surprised.
Oh, is it Explorer Hour? Everybody now. Come on, Charles.
See, there's
There you
Ben's. And Ben's is a copy of mine.
Yep.
Yep.
See, mine, yeah, except mine doesn't have the pickup covers and it's got the wrong colored knobs.
Oh, here Charles pulling out his.
And then black headstock.
Nice.
Bring a little closer to the camera, Charles.
Look at that.
All right,
Look at
Dad. Thanks for the note there.
Nice.
Oh, mine smells like a guitar case.
That's the thumbnail, Ben.
That's a Gibson, Charles?
No, this is a Harley that was sent to me by Unfucking Believable that I've got a fabric wrap.
Yes, Bo. Reach behind you, snag that Explorer. Because, yeah, like, mine and Bo's look identical. We're both, like, the... actually, Bo, does yours have pickup covers, or is yours exposed like mine?
There, Trevor's got his now.
There you go. Oh, look at that. It's in the middle position, too.
Oh, maybe not that. Mine was too.
Like mine.
And yes, I leave the truss rod cover off for easy. You know, so you're not just screw, unscrew, screw, because you wear out those screws eventually. All right, Trav, your turn.
Where's
Yeah, it was Alien technology pickups and such.
no cover? Locking doors. Oop, easy.
And slightly rough.
That's fine.
Doug's dying laughing.
Customized.
Tone shaper.
Yeah, if I do that, I'll fucking shit myself. So yeah, we found this. For those who don't know the story, we'll say it quickly. I was in that Long McQuaid one day, and my buddy Travis, when he still worked there. See, Keith's is the same as mine, except has normal pickups. We searched the database, which found this, and where was it? Summerside, Trev? At the Long McQuaid Summerside PI, someone traded it in like 2019, and it's been there ever since. And then last year, we're like, hey, send that motherfucker to Ontario. We're like, we don't have a box. We don't have a list on the used site. So they put like a dry cleaner bag over it and shipped it halfway across the fucking country.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that.
But it was in a card case. I mean,
is thank you random guitar players that apparently handled it throughout its journey. Like you can tell because it was handled with care. Because there wasn't even air in the bag.
The bag wasn't, molested at all.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, it was because Trev and I hanging out. I was giving him some lessons and stuff, and he was putting in his 1,000 hours. And Ken had an Explorer. Oh, you should get an Explorer too. I'm like, Ken, I'll do Lester Pulses. They're close enough. He goes, oh, it's not quite the same. I'm like, isn't it? He's like, it isn't. I'm like, ah. And then it came in, Charles. I'm like, give me this. So first thing I did, plug it into a Princeton, right? Boom, sound like Bill Bonamassa. It's got that classic Gibson into a Fender sound.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, does that thing. I unplug out of the Princeton. I plug into a EVH combo. Oh, it does that too. Oh. Look at it. No major flaws. It's in one piece. God damn, I guess I'm buying this guitar. We did.
There you go.
I say we because the community can help contribute because this was some heavy payments last year.
Yeah.
Took a while.
Well, yeah, I only
totally worth it in hindsight too.
to keep it interest free. It was down to $6, but it was like $250 a month. It was like a fucking car payment,
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And then we plugged in, got home. Trev jumped on a call like this. We plugged it in, hit a chord. It's this rocker, distorted awesomeness. And Trev's like, I thought you were going to play it clean first. I was like, I am. He goes, no, you got one of your pedals on. I'm looking at like, no, Bubbaloo, none of them are on. And he's like, we're like, holy fuck.
That fender's breaking up pretty good.
It was sounding amazing. So then we lowered the pickup 7 turns.
At least, I think it was.
Tried to tame on it. But they are hot. They're like super hot. There was what, the 498 and a 500.
That's right. T.
Which are hot ceramics. Which I like hot ceramics, but holy fuck. These things they're hotter than the Wolfgang pickups, I think. Hey, the Sean Pierce Johnson in the chat, folks. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. And holy live stream Batman last week there with your number count. Like, yeah, you had a sizable crowd there. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Great to see. So I saw Charles yawning, so we should probably wrap things up soon because he's done. He's like, look, I did a show this morning. I'm here. I'm
getting
bus.
He fabric racked the side of the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh.
That binding's looking good, though, babe.
Moves. That's not good.
See, how does it get loose just sitting in the case and getting played like 4 times in the last 6 months?
Hey, easy. It comes out more than that. 5. Oh, man, that means I got to take it apart and...
Matt's got a special tool for that. Oh, wait, that's for the input jack.
Output jack. The input jack's on your amp.
Are you sure?
It's an output jack on your guitar.
Is it putting out or is it taking in?
It's putting out.
The voltage is coming in.
It's taking the sound from your hands and putting it
and it's
out.
A hole. It's an innie, not an outie.
So I got to fix that. Great. Never noticed that before. All right. I can hear Chris. That's content, brother. Easy, Chris. you can hear it, Kate and Charles. Oh, that's more content. Easy. It's like there's like 14,000 screws holding this gigantic pickguard in place. Or it's like, oh, you just pull it? No, because you'll snap. I'll just take out 3, bend it up. No. Now we're on nitro paint. Already starting to wear off the finish on the bridge, Trev, for the amount of palm muting I do.
Well, it kind of calls for it, right? I mean, each guitar has its own personality and likes to play certain kinds of music.
Gold, Charles, comes off the hardware into your hand to give you golden tone in your fingers.
Right.
Or you get cancer. It's one or the other.
Either, mojo.
No, either way, it's worth trying. Rock Daddy says the 498R and 500T are my favorite pickups. I have several 90s Gibson M3s and Les Paul M3s with those in them. Nice. Hey, Sean plays guitar. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Nice.
Well, I don't want it to be the end. He says it could be just the beginning. Well, easy. Well, as long as it's not the end. That's that's a little final. Yeah. Hopefully many, many more years of continued growth. Could go a little quicker.
No fabric wrapping of my beard, Jake.
All the Seans. All the Seans. Right? Yeah. And we're just all talking explorers. That's why we all have explorer-shaped objects in our...
Yeah, it's that time of day.
Yeah. Charles like, I would too. Soon to be wrapped in fabric of some sort and variety. Oh, we already know because Charles chose out the fabric like a year ago or something. It's quite a while ago. I know that.
Yeah, I can still find it.
You're dawdling. Where you find it? I thought you bought it already.
No, I don't think so. Oh, find something somewhere.
Well, then we get to choose something that I like. Ooh. Oh, now I remember. Right, it was some kind of space alien, possibly.
Right, yeah, it was a kind of like a galaxy kind of print.
Right.
Yeah.
So coming up on your channel after you're done. Ed's not this family member, the one below you. Funny how that works out, right? And then we got the two guys over in the fucking West Coast over here in the middle. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. The best.
You've got a junior shaped object that you got for a customer.
I've got a junior shaped object for a customer that is going to be pirate skeleton themed, tortoiseshell binding.
Nice.
Should be nice.
Look forward to that.
I'm actually probably going to do a telly in the same fabric.
Of course. And then you have, I know of a telly from Chuck Verde at some point coming in.
Yeah, and rumor is that's going to be a poison-based...
I didn't even know I was supposed to say what it was.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, so for what?
I didn't get that memo.
NDAs, to quote the cop that we know.
Well,
was he talking fish based there, Ben?
Got one coming from Charles Green.
Yeah, he's got the telly from Charles Green. He's got another guitar from Bo, if and when he ever fucking sends it.
Well, keep threatening me to send. I'm waiting.
No,
I know,
Bo gives the impression that
I'm
when he
thinking
sends it, it's going to go to the front.
reason is Bo likes to brag, because you told him. Well, I go to the top of the line. I go to the top of the line. And it's like,
Well,
time out, motherfucker.
For the VIP ticket.
He could be having two more come as well.
Two more. Why, you getting one done?
Possibly.
Okay. It's going to be wrapped in cornhole bags.
In time. You just said for him not to say anything, and you go and you...
But what else could it be? Either you're building a guitar in the shape of cornhole boards, big old Bo Diddley box motherfucking thing. We got a sound hole in it. Nice, Sean. 2018 for me. Soon to be 2025. Holy crap on a cracker. We'll come up on 7 years very soon. It's like mid-January. There's an excuse for another group hang, Charlie. Anniversary show! It's like,
There you go.
yeah, look forward to 7K hopefully in the next year, as well as I don't think we're going to get 1 million views in a single calendar year or close to it. So not going to unless something happens like, oh, it went viral. And Trev, SPJ could call me new, so don't worry about being called new. All right, he's like, he's been doing it like a decade.
Right.
Just saying.
Don't worry, Trevor. I'm real new. I'm only a couple months.
He's just a baby.
See, yeah. There's a proper use of the term new.
So long at this point, right?
It's how can I be new if I'm so salty? It just doesn't make sense.
1 million views for Christmas. That would be interesting. Can you imagine wake up Christmas morning, Charles, and you open up the analytics, and it's like, you've got 1 million views. They went, what the fuck? Brian says, get the bad habit on live. That will get 1 million views. Yeah, right.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. We should probably wrap things up because we're going to like an hour ago and then half an hour. It's like your show, Charles.
It was. Well, the thing, I think you're having the same problem I had this morning. People wouldn't leave.
Right? And new people joining in all the time. And, it's fun stuff. So let's wrap things because, I got to do it again tomorrow, too. So easy. Yeah,
for sure.
And I got to go to Long McQuaid tomorrow to get some strings because some fine folks, donated through the virtual tip jar there. So Fella's going to go snag on some strings. I got like 1 or 2 packs left, but few guitars that need strings. So, oh boy, and they're on sale. Yay! So, on that note, Symmetry is still Trev. Charles is still Chuck. The Troll is still Cousin Doug. Hip is still Ken.
Always.
Puppy Badass, because he is still Brother Ed. And all that together makes the panel from the 6,000, 7,000, 6,000, 6, almost 7. Got ahead of myself.
Well, we stay much longer. It will be.
Hey, Sean, the spelling champion. He says, "Hey, I'm Sean." Clearly, right? You can tell by the way that your name is.
Oh, the other Sean pretty better about spelling the name right. Now this Sean comes in here with a Sean instead of a scene.
Let's not. We won't go there. We'll just end on a happy note. All y'all hang on here.
Have you in traffic because Ben's going to get some strings tomorrow for his guitars.
There you
And
go.
he may have to make a trip somewhere else too. Depends. I'll send him.
I don't want to go to Hockey Stick Man. Because you know it's right around the corner from Long and McQuaid.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
You know, you just have to go straight to the lights. Instead, you turn. Like, it's right there. Yeah. Oh, I should have a video set up. There we go. Oh, we forgot that. No, we lost. Puppy Badass ran out of battery.
No.
Uh-oh. You're still here? All right. Well, there we go. Hold those doors open. Let me in ahead of you in traffic because I got to go buy some strings. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accidental glitch there. That hands free now, Charles. So we don't be good to each other. Happy tone chasing. Thanks again, everybody tuned in, that subscribed, all the support over all the time, this and there, and what are we gonna do? We'll do this one for Trav. Don't litter. By the way, I was talking to Rex yesterday. Had a great conversation.